What's good, my people? Let's get ready to y'all know the rest, man. What's going on, my peopleizations? Let's work. What's going on? So we got some interesting news. We got some very, very interesting news, man. As it seems like the boxing world is fed up right now with Canelo Alvarez and the WBC. A lot of boxers are now coming out and they're speaking out, right? This is different. And I believe that the walls and the pressure is now starting to mount on the WBC and Canelo Alvarez. Don't be surprised if you don't see this fight next Friday with Oscar Valdez and Robson Canseco, right? And next Friday, September 10th, if you don't see that fight come to fruition, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to not see that fight come to fruition, okay? Because you're getting a lot of people now starting to speak up. Errol Spence, he called out Bernard Hopkins. He says something is fishy down there going on. Now it's starting to get too big to where now it's going to be viewed with a magnifying glass. Okay, what Canelo Alvarez, with Andy Ruiz Jr., with Ryan Garcia, with Oscar De La Hoya, with Oscar Valdez, what they doing down there with Eddie Reynoso in his gym, it's going to be viewed with a magnifying glass. When Errol Spence comes out and he says something ain't right, something is fishy about this, okay? When you have Andre Ward, who works for ESPN, is Andre Ward going to work Oscar Valdez fight next week? See, these are the things that now Andre Ward, we're going to need you to stand on your square. Because, see, if that's what you believe, then how could you possibly work that fight next Friday? You understand? If Andre Ward said, you see, he said money over morals. If that's the case, Andre Ward, then how could you work that fight next Friday? How could you be a part of that panel and call that fight next Friday? Because you best believe Andre Ward was going to be a part of that cast, right? Now, Timothy Bradley, he didn't say anything. But Andre Ward, how's he going to be a part of that cast moving forward? How's he going to sit there with a straight face and then call that fight? You understand? You got Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant said the whole team down there is fishy, right? You get everybody now coming out and they saying something, right? Jarrell Big Baby Miller saying, what about me? What about me? Right? See, and then the WBC coming out and the WBC saying, well, we just stand with him. We just stand with him. We standing with Oscar Valdez. He didn't do anything wrong. And then for the WBC, how could the WBC have a clean boxing program? Believe in your side, United States anti-agency, right? Right? How could they believe in them, have this program, and then turn around and tell the boxing world and tell the world and tell us and say, well, this amphetamine, we don't believe it to be a banned substance. Huh? How could the WBC come out and say amphetamine is not a banned substance? It shouldn't be on the list. Huh? You raise the levels of combuterol. Now you're telling us that amphetamine it shouldn't be a banned substance? So now the WBC, they have a bird's eye view. They know what is and what is not. So why do they need USAID? What do they need USAID for? What do they need VADA for? What do they need UCAD for? If the sanction bodies can decide what should be on the list and what shouldn't be on the list, then why do we need USAID? Why do we need right? Why do we need UCAD? And why do we need VADA? Why do we need all of these things? What do we need them for? What do we need them for? What do we need them for? Why does the WBC see? Now remember, just a week ago, right? No, it was about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, right? We had everybody calling out the WBA. Everybody called out the WBA. Remember that? Everybody was calling out the WBA. And what did I say? I was one of the only people when everybody was calling out the WBA. What did I tell y'all? I said, why is everybody calling out the WBA when the WBC causes more confusion than any other alphabet, any other major sanction body out of the four. Peace and blessings to the Queen, Cecilia Robinson, CC in the building. What's good with you, CC? Peace and blessings to the Queen in the super chat. She says, salute, Blue. Salute to the chat. Salute, Queen. How you doing? So remember, just 2 weeks ago, when everybody was calling out the WBA, what did I say? Why are we calling out the WBA? The WBC is the ones that cause the most confusion. So here, once again, they have the opportunity to do the right thing. Once again, they have the opportunity to do the right thing, to get their Spike Lee on. And they do the polar opposite. But here's the thing. They don't even hide it anymore, people. They're not even hiding it. They're not even hiding it. He tests positive for a banned substance, A sample and B sample, and they're not even hiding it. They're not even hiding it. Well, this shouldn't be on our list. What did he take? Phenamine. Oh, yeah? This shouldn't be on our list. Get it out of here. Really? Now you saw, now WBC can do, now they can supersede UCAD, USADA, VADA. Now they can tell USADA, they can tell the experts what is and what's not. Now they get to tell the experts what is and what's not, what should and what shouldn't be. What are we talking about? But I think they messed up. I think they messed up this time. Because the boxing world is seeing it. You can only tell me the sky is red so many times before I start to understand and see that it's blue. And like Caleb Plant said, see, Caleb Plant, he done came out and he done said, you can't unsay what he already said. Caleb Plant came out and he said, essentially what Caleb Plant said, y'all gotta read between the lines. He said, I'm tired of not saying nothing. Uh-oh, y'all ain't hear me. Caleb Plant essentially said, I'm tired of not saying nothing. If you say something, you're wrong. So he said, I'm tired of it. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to tell the truth. That's what he said. In so many words. That's what he said in so many words. We got 600 people here. How many likes we got? 50? I know they're going to dislike it, but how many likes we got? 50? Eric Salazar, my brother in the super chat, he says, salute, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you 1,000%. Kavon Slim, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue. Salute, chat. Keep your foot on that, Blue. No doubt. No doubt. We going to work. Oh, we going to work. We going to work. Salute to my brother Brooklyn Kennedy in the super chat. He said the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO are all suspect at this point. That's a fact. But we got to look at who's leading the charge. We got 600 people, 630 people. We should have 630 likes. Get the likes all the way up. But that's a fact, right, Brooklyn Kennedy? But we got to look at who's leading the charge. We got to look at who's leading the charge. Who's the most prestigious one? Who's the one that everybody knows? Who's the one that everybody can easily identify? They leading the charge. And they telling you, well, and here's another part that everybody's missing. What's next weekend, people? Here's another part that everybody's missing. They're not talking about this. But what's next weekend, people? My brother Drew Titan in the building. Drew Titan LLC in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan LLC in the building. In the super chat. Drew dropped the link in the chat. He said, hashtag free Big Baby Miller. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Drew. Yes, sir. Hey, what's next weekend, people? Tony Gutierrez, my brother in the super chat. Much love to you. Appreciate you. What's next weekend? Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya is not doing well. That's what they said. My wife, obviously, and my family, they watch the Spanish channel, and the Spanish channel said that allegedly they could possibly be intubating him next week, soon, that he's not doing well. But, you know, he put that post up about 4 or 5 hours ago. So what's next weekend, people? Yes, it is, CC. Tell it again, CC. Yes, it is, CC. Tani Marie, peace, bless, queen. How you doing today? Yes, it is, CC. Right? That's a big weekend. Do they not want to have a fight that weekend? Huh? See, we got to start putting these pieces together. That's a big weekend, right? That's a big weekend overall for the Mexican fan base, and it's a big weekend for boxing, right? Yeah, that's what he said, Chilltown Majors. That's what he said. That's what he said. So that's a big weekend. That's a big time for the sport of boxing, right? The only reason he's not fighting on Saturday and he's fighting on Friday is because they thought it was going to be Canelo Alvarez on Saturday. So they wanted to stack the deck. They wanted to have him on Friday and Canelo on Saturday. But remember, Canelo got pushed back to November because then Canelo's supposed to be on the 18th. They don't want to lose that date. They ain't trying to lose that date. So it's just like what Andre Ward said. What did Andre Ward say? Money over morals. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat. The WBC put the WBO on and technically the IBF. Yeah. Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. We got 650 people. We should have 650 likes. Ziggy TV, what's going on? Right? So they ain't trying to lose that weekend. They're not trying to lose that weekend. But here's the thing. How often did you see this many fighters at this point in time? Because, see, I put them on deck the other day. Did I not put them on deck? Where are they all speaking out? It can't just be Tank and Devin Haney. Right? Andre Ward now. Now you're getting everybody speaking out. Right? How many people have spoken out and now they're all saying, hey, man, what's going on down there in Canelo camp? Uh-oh. Now they all saying, hey, something ain't right down there. Something ain't right down there. Lachonsky Jones, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. First time donating and love the content, OG. Salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you 1,000%, my great brother. 1,000%. I appreciate you 1,000%. So now, right, you get how many people? I appreciate you too, great brother. How many people did we get before that just pointing Canelo out? Eddie Reynoso out. Ryan Garcia. Oscar Valdez. The WBC. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat. WBC been tripping. They have to be held accountable. This is a fact. This is a fact. We look at the pictures, right? Look at Andy Ruiz Jr. And this is all alleged, right? But just look at the change Andy Ruiz Jr. has done. Look at the change Ryan Garcia has made. Look at the change Oscar Valdez has made. Let's look at these changes. Let's look at these changes. Right? Salute to my brother, 513 Road Natty, brother in the super chat. He said, salute Blue in chat. The love of money is the root of, yep, too much money on the line with the being Mexican independence. They're hurting the sport. This is a fact. This is a fact. Will Gray, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Tank Haney Wilder, let this have been the case for them, they would have been calling for a cancel. Oh, facts. Let this have been Deontay Wilder, people. Let this have been Deontay Wilder, people, with all the power that he has and the quote-unquote unexplainable power. Where does he get this power from with such little legs? Right? Imagine Deontay Wilder, this had been the case. Imagine this had been Deontay Wilder. I want y'all to understand that. Just imagine. See, a lot of fighters, right? A lot of fighters don't possess that power like Deontay Wilder possessed that power, right? But imagine this was Deontay Wilder. This would be the explanation that all they needed. Deontay Wilder made a few comments. Salute to my brother John Page, Batman in the building. Salute to my brother Batman, John Page in the building. Batman, text me your email because I want you to jump on. I'm going to bring my brother Mike on sports. I'm bringing him on. I want you to jump on. Moral Moss, my brother in Super Chat. Did Hopkins say Dela Hoya faking it now? Nope, sure didn't. Sure did not. Salute to my brother Moral Moss in the Super Chat. Now, I want y'all to look at we're going to look at a few pictures, right? We're going to look at a few pictures because I just want y'all to see a few things. We're going to look at a few pictures. I want to look at a few pictures, right? And we're going to ask a few questions. We're going to look at a few pictures. We're going to ask a few questions. We got 800 people. We should have 800 likes. And I know we're nowhere near it. Right? And again, blessings up to Oscar De La Hoya because he's not doing well. He said he's struggling bad. There was my wife was watching the Latin channel and my aunt, and they said that they're going to intubate him. So, allegedly. So, blessings up to Oscar De La Hoya, man. Ain't nothing cool about that. Nothing. So now, understand this, right? I want y'all to see a few transformations. Let's just look at this picture right here. Look at that picture, people. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done. This is all alleged. I'm not saying it can or cannot be done. But just look at the transformation. Just look at that transformation. And granted, a year time with weightlifting, a year time with some weightlifting and things of that nature. That can be done. A year time with some weightlifting, that can be done, right? I'm just saying, so Eric Salazar, my brother said Garcia was a teenager though. So in 2019, he wasn't a teenager. In 2018, this is a year. This is 2018 to 2019. That's only a year. That's 2018 to 2019. So he can make, I'm not saying he can't make that transformation, but we can't say he was a teenager though. So what does that mean? The thing is, no, it's not horrible. No, it's not horrible. Artson, it's not horrible. Let me tell you why. Right? It's not horrible at all because he's in the sport of boxing. They don't do weightlifting, people. Please stop and listen. They don't do weightlifting. They don't do extreme heavy weightlifting. So a year with heavy weightlifting, yeah, very understandable. That's not what they do. They do so much cardio that it chews at your muscle. Michael Anthony, my brother in the Super Chat. Man, the 52 fake out is real. Salute to my brother Michael Anthony. So we got to understand one thing, right? We saying, oh, that's a bet. No, this is boxing. This is boxing. This is boxing. It's just like basketball. You don't see them extremely muscular because they're doing so much cardio. So he's doing boxing, people. You're trying to translate it to what a normal person like you or myself that would just do weightlifting and you would gather that much muscle mass. That's completely different. Like my brother Hardbody G Timo, right? Mikey Tower, get him out of here. Don't want to see him. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye, silly. Silly, you don't even sound correct. See, this is what I'm talking about. People be coming here and they say stuff and don't even know the real. Why would I be biased toward against Latino fighters? For what? For what? Make it make sense. Be real with yourself. But you just told me about yourself when you look in the mirror. Be real with yourself. Hard body, J. Timo, my brother in the Super Chat. He said, I'll say it. It's not natural. I'm a pro-natural bodybuilder and nutritionist. Full time. Thank you, my brother Hard body, J. Timo. And he won contests and everything. And his clients have won contests. My brother Hardbody J Timo. As a matter of fact, go follow my brother Hardbody J Timo. Because he's done one contest, his clients won contest. So he said, I'll say it. It's not natural. I'm a pro natural bodybuilder and nutritionist. Full time. Thank you. Thank you. So you make no sense when you come here talking about, man, you're not giving it. Man, you make no sense. For what? So just call a spade a spade. The difference is the other fighters ain't in this position. Hello? Oscar Valdez got caught. Canelo Alvarez got caught. Who else? When you want to come here and you want to say, well, you only calling out. Who else is there to call out? Drew Tight, my LLC, my brother, back in the super chat. He is also a bodybuilder. You cannot bodybuild and train as a boxer at the same time. The training contradicts each other. Thank you. And fight at the same weight. And fight at the same weight, Drew. And fight at the same weight on top of it. Mr. Blue, they don't listen because they can't. Tay Brown, Peace Bless Queen, how you doing today? They can't listen. They're not going to listen. And the reason that they're not going to listen because they came in here. See, they like to say, "Oh, Blue, you're being biased." See, no, they came in with a biased opinion already. You see, because we deal with facts over feelings, so they're not capable of listening because they already came in defense mode. So they don't have an open mind. So it's expected. You got to come in with an open mind. If I'm talking about, you're talking about, listen how this makes sense. This is Canelo Alvarez. They just happen to be Mexican boxers. What do you want me to do? Canelo Alvarez tested for clenbuterol. What do you want me to do? That's my fault? That he happened to be Mexican? And it's my fault that Oscar Valdez happens to be a Mexican boxer as well? Right? Now, Eddie Reynoso happens to have 3 boxers that tested positive. 3. And that's my fault? DOG 215, my brother dog in the building. He said inferior boxers have infiltrated the sport. Facts. Facts. Eric Pryor, my brother in Super Chat. How we stop it is stopping fighting these guys. I'm going to tell you how you stop it. The boxers have to stop it. They have to stand up. It's time for the boxers to stand up and say, listen, if I'm Oscar Valdez opponent, Robson Cossario, right? Why would he box him? So my brother Eric Pryor in the Super Chat. He said, how we stop it is stop fighting these guys. Yeah. How we stop it is stop fighting. Right. If you Robson Cossario, next week you say, bro, I'm not fighting. I'm not boxing you. See, when you Shakur Stevenson, stop calling out Oscar Valdez. Period. You think Caleb Plant at this point in time not going to be viewing Canelo Alvarez and everything he does with a magnifying glass? As he should. See, the difference is Caleb Plant is going to stand on his square. Caleb Plant is going to stand on his square. If something happens to be not telling him that something's not right, Caleb Plant ain't going to fight. He ain't going to fight. If something is telling Caleb Plant, hey, man, something ain't right. If something is going on that's not on the up and up with the testing and everything, Caleb Plant ain't going to fight. You can tell from Caleb Plant's comments. You can tell from his tweets. You could feel the energy from his tweets that Caleb Plant is tired of what's going on behind the scenes, and he's let the boxing world know, just like everybody else. We know what's going on behind the scenes, and we tired of being quiet, as they should have been done this. Hardbody J Timo, my brother Super Chat, dropping that half on your boy Blue in Super Chat. After working with middleweight boxer Burley Brooks, there is no way someone can train like a boxer and put on muscle like that. Impossible. And just so my people know, let me show y'all my brother, just in case y'all don't know who my brother Hard Body J Timo is, right? Because some people may think my brother Hard Body J Timo is just speaking from a place of inexperience, right? Or he's just saying, he's just saying that, he's a bodybuilder. He's just saying, he's not, telling what his actual experiences, right? Because see, my brother Hard Body J Timo is a natural professional bodybuilder, and there you have him right there. There goes my brother Hard Body J Timo. If y'all didn't know, keep getting notifications, pardon me. There goes my brother Hard Body J Timo. If y'all didn't know, there he is right there, a natural professional bodybuilder that won trophies. There he is right there. See, Hard Body J Timo just sent that half a dub on your boy Blue. There he is right there. He's a natural professional bodybuilder and nutritionist. And go follow him at Hard Body J Timo on Instagram. He's a natural professional nutritionist and bodybuilder. So he's not speaking from a place. And like he just said, he trained boxer Burley Brooks. And there is no way you can put on muscle like that. He said it's impossible. There he is. Just in case y'all thought he's speaking from a place of inexperience. No. Jafari Caesar, my brother in the super chat, he said WBC acting like the WBO, the NWO of boxing. Facts. Facts. And if we look, and this is all alleged on their parts, right? So, but this is what I tell you. Look at these fighters down there are all in the best shape of their careers. How? Drew Tight, my brother, back in the super chat, he said it was all good when we ripped Miller, though. Shaking my head. Facts. When this was Jarrell Big Baby Miller on the other side, oh, it was all fun and games then, right? Herbert Johnson, my brother in the super chat, he said, "What's up, Blue?" And the chat, aka the family. Salute to my brother Herbert Johnson. When it was Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and we was talking about Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and everybody said he should be banned for good, right? It was all good then. Champion Heart, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute my brother Blue Blood. This is let's get the likes up, people. Holyfield was the only fighter who weightlifted because he wasn't a true heavyweight, right? But even then, right, Champion Heart, we talking about a guy that's a heavyweight. He don't have to make weight. Smash the like button. We should have 1,000 likes in here. We got 1,000 people. We should have 1,000 likes. Even that, Champion Heart, you got to remember, he don't have to make weight. You know how difficult it is to bodybuild and still be 135 pounds? Muscle weighs more than fat, people. Jew Blue, my brother in super chat, he would have a legitimate reason to miss the fight and win a loss because of Oscar Pop. Yeah. Facts. So you know how hard it is. Muscle weighs more than fat, people. So for him to stay 130 pounds and gain muscle mass, what is he losing? Krulix K, what's going on, great brother in super chat? Man, Floyd was right all along about these cheats. It's a fact, but Floyd got overlooked, right? Because they just wanted to see him lose. They just wanted to see him lose. See, here's the thing. Everybody will take to their social media and send their well wishes to the queen that just transitioned. Everybody will take to social media and do that, right? And in the same breath, in the same token, say Oscar Valdez should be fighting next Friday after testing positive for A and B sample. Y'all ain't hear me. These are the same people in one breath they're gonna be telling you in the same sentence, oh man, sending their well wishes to the queen in the sport of boxing, that transition in the boxing ring, or Patrick Day, right? Sending their well wishes. And in the same token, you got a fighter that's tested positive A and B. And they're going to be the same people that defend and say, man, I knew this dude since he was a kid. What you mean? I know a lot of people since they was kids. That don't mean everything they did was right. 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 Believe you me, I know a lot of people since they was kids. I know a lot of people since they was kids. And that don't mean everything they did was right. Believe that. In my eyes, I could look at them and be like, hey man, that's my brothers right there. You know, I'm sorry that, whatever what happened, right? But in somebody else's eyes, they're gonna be like, man, I don't care about this dude. You know, he did this, and this. Well, but I knew him since he was young. What that mean? Master Eden, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Preach Blue, we need justice for sure. So Jeanette, right? The Queen Jeanette Zapata transition, and everybody is posting her. Everybody is talking about how bad they feel. 18 years old. She was 18 years old. 18, people. 18. A teenager. Like the brother just said. He was a teenager. She was a teenager. Salute to my brother Gilbert Rodriguez Jr. in the building. What's going on, young king? Happy birthday. I need everybody to send happy birthday to my brother Gilbert Rodriguez Jr. Salute, young king. It's his birthday today. So, she was 18. So what that mean? Hope Nell, brother in the super chat. The main reason I watch your channel is because you're unbiased. Salute to my great brother, Hope Nell. Facts. I'm going to always keep it straight. A hundo. Sports Express podcast. My brother in the super chat dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. My brother Blue, what up? Our brothers who have WBC titles should do what Mike Tyson did and put their titles in the trash. WBC changed the rules how they see fit. Corruption at its finest. This is a fact. And it's time. It's time. I know it doesn't matter. Just like I said, right? People may say, look at Mauricio and say, listen, it's a good dude. But he's still, that don't mean he's doing the sport of boxing justice. That don't mean he's doing the sport of boxing justice. Because he's not. You change the rules with the franchise title. You change the rules with the clenbuterol. Now you're changing the rules with amphetamine. And you're telling us, well, that shouldn't be on the list. What are we talking about here? How could you say this shouldn't be on the list? What do you mean? It doesn't matter what it helps you perform or not perform. It shouldn't be. It's on the list and it shouldn't be there. Period. Nobody told. Let me give y'all another example. We can do this all day. So I'm going to give y'all another example. Randall, my brother in super chat. Wait, how about Floyd's IV gate before Manny fight? And what about snack camp with multiple busted fighters so Plant has no room? You're wrong. Saline is salt water. And Floyd Mayweather notified them that he wanted the saline. So why are we talking about him having an IV salt water? Water. You're trying to compare water to a banned substance. Who has water on the banned substance list? People, water is naturally come out your body. When you sweat, it's salt water. So you're putting your natural water back in your body. So who has salt water on their banned list? Why are we talking about that? And last time I checked, Caleb Plant don't mind taking the test. And he ain't never get caught. And why are we talking about snack when Devin Haney ain't never got caught? Caleb Plant never got caught. Victor Conte trying to change things around. So if you want to put it on them, then how about putting it on the fighters that you already know failed? Then ban them all. If that's the case. We're always trying to move the goalposts. We're talking about Floyd Mayweather getting the IV now. Now it's Floyd Mayweather getting the IV. Now that's important. Because Floyd Mayweather got an IV. Comment 101. What's going on, great brother in the super chat? Much love to you. Well, Floyd Mayweather got an IV. So what? It was salt water. You trying to compare that with clenbuterol and amphetamine? Are you serious? Cassandra Mason, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Herbert Johnson, my brother in the super chat, dropping that drop it. Herbert Johnson, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Skip Bayless got on national TV and said Floyd was and should fight Pacquiao even if it was on. Yep, shaking my head. Only a man has to go above and beyond. Could you imagine if EJ or Bud did this? Facts. Terrence Crawford just got 6 knockouts in his last 6 fights, right? Imagine if this was Terrence Crawford. Y'all forgot what they did with Jarrell Big Baby Miller? I didn't. How many likes we got? So you're going to see the same sanction bodies sending their well wishes to Jeanette and Zepeda, right? They're going to be sending their well wishes, but at the same time, they're going to be telling you at the same time that it's okay for this man to test positive with an A and B sample. I don't care what it was for. Like Caleb Plant said, I don't care if it was a taco. I don't care if it was a steak. I don't care if it was tea. You know you wasn't supposed to have it. You wasn't supposed to have it. And here's the thing. How could you quickly identify what it was? How could you quickly identify what it was? By them not doing the right thing, it makes Oscar Valdez look even worse. By them not doing the right thing, it's making Oscar Valdez look even worse. That's what it's doing. Pat Cannon, my brother in Super Chat, he said, this cheating is hurting the sport we love. Peace to Blue and the chat and the historian. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. On a large scale. On a large scale. Von TV, my brother in the Super Chat. Where you been at, great brother? Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Suleiman is corrupt. Don't care what no one say. So it is okay for fighters to use also. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The leeway will not be the same. Here, let me tell y'all something. Deontay Wilder made a comment. No action behind his comment. He made a comment. No action behind it. And they said that they was going to investigate him. Y'all ain't hear me. But you get people come here talking about, man, you're not giving, you biased toward the Latino fighters. So you tell me, how's that on an equal scale? This man made a comment and they said they're going to investigate him for making a comment. No action behind it. No substance behind it. Never even shown that type of behavior. It's never shown that. So the WBC said they're gonna look to strip him. They're gonna look to strip him. So they're gonna investigate to see what's there to investigate about comments I made. What are you talking about? You know the person I am, right? Ain't that what they tell you? I knew this guy since he was this big. So don't they tell you this dude held the belt for 5 years? When he made a comment, you ain't know who he was for 5 years? He made a comment. That's all he did was make a comment. So what's there to investigate? What you need to see if he actually had action behind it? Now you're a detective on top of it. He made a comment. What's there to investigate? What's there to look into? They wanted him to publicly apologize for a comment he made. A comment? You're going to investigate that. But you have a trainer who has 3 fighters fail test positive. 3. And you don't investigate that. But you're going to investigate the comments made. How do you investigate comments? What do you mean? What do you investigate? His character? You don't know who he is for 5 years? Marcus Golden, brother in Super Chat, they tried to say Tank was juiced with no proof. Facts. Remember Tank with the gloves? Oh, he switched his gloves. Quentin Gilliam, my brother in the Super Chat. He said athletes use IVs to promote smoother recovery and to minimize inflammation after strenuous exercise. Nothing nefarious about it. Facts. So, Mo A. I'm going to highlight you. You said fentanyl is over the counter in Mexico. Glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. See, you continue to step in it. I'm glad you said that. So now, if it's over the counter, cool. Did you know that what Billy Joe Saunders was removed from the fight with, salute to my brother G.I. in the building. Did you know Billy Joe Saunders was removed from the fight, the title fight with Demetrius Andrade, because he took something that you get over the counter in the UK? That's legal in the UK. It's just not legal here in the States. So he had to be removed from the fight. Who stood up for Billy Joe Saunders? Where are you? Who stood up for Billy Joe Saunders, people? He took something that's legal and over the counter in the UK. So where were you when that happened to Billy Joe Saunders? Where were you? Where were you? Did you know that they said, well, the levels, the amount of levels, did anybody see the amount of levels that was reportedly in Jarrell Big Baby Miller's system? They was just as small as the levels that was in Canelo Alvarez's system. Did you know that? Did you know that? But because they said, well, it was more than one. It was more than one. The entire boxing world called for Jarrell Big Baby Miller to no longer be able to allow the fight. This man he ain't fight since. That's his livelihood, right? That's how he feeds his family, right? Somebody help me understand. You're saying that I'm biased. So how could this happen with Jarrell Big Baby Miller and no fight? How could this happen with Billy Joe Saunders and no fight? How can Canelo Alvarez be suspended for 6 months and still come back and fight one of the biggest fights in his career? And then they just change the levels. So what'd you suspend him for? What did you suspend him for? So you look at this. You suspended Canelo Alvarez for 6 months. Then up the levels and say you understand why he had it in the system. So you change the levels. So what did you suspend him for? Because essentially you said he did no wrong. So you looked at the situation and you said, I don't want to make the same mistake with Oscar Valdez. So we ain't going to do it. We just going to say it shouldn't be on the banned substance list. Huh? You just going to make up, you continue to make up rules as you go, but we focused on the WBA. 2 weeks ago. I Smoke Hip Hop Live, my brother in the Super Chat dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. You've been on this Blue day one. Salute to you, great brother. Go subscribe to my brother, I Smoke Hip Hop Live. My brother, I watch his channel all the time. Great brother, drop the link to your channel in the chat. So where was this? Where are y'all when this happens with everybody else? Since you're saying you're not biased. You're not biased. You're not one-sided. So where are you defending Jarrell Big Baby Miller? Where are you? Where were you? And where are you? Why aren't you calling for Jarrell Big Baby Miller to be reinstated? Why not? Why aren't you calling for Jarrell Big Baby Miller to be reinstated? Since we could just pick and choose what should be on the list and what should not be on the list. Laugh fool, you know why? Show me, laugh fool. Don't time them out. Don't block them. I'm going to put you on the spot. Let's see if you actually who you say you are. See, you could talk out loud. Let's see, now you're on the spot. The spotlight is on you. Laugh fool. So now, answer this question. Who are the other fighters that tested positive? Go ahead, tell us. Laugh fool, go ahead and tell us now. Komet 101, my brother, back in the Super Chat. Much love to you, great brother. So now go ahead, laugh fool. Now go ahead and tell us, right? Who else was on this list? Since you said I'm always highlighting the Latino fighters. Okay, cool. So now tell us who else tested. Who else was on this list? Go ahead. Laugh fool. Tell us. You got 1,100 people here. Tell us 1,100 people. You got the floor now. You wanted it. You got it. So now tell us who was that? Who else was on the list? Go ahead and tell us. Go ahead. We're waiting because we want to see who else is on the list. Since I'm only highlighting one demographic, as you stated. So who else is on the list? Don't tell them out. Don't block them. Tell us, great brother. And while we wait, my brother I Smoke Hip Hop Live, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. No link. I just want to enjoy great information by you and the chat. No, great brother, you got to drop that link because we got to support each other. That's what we do. So drop that link, great brother. You have to. John the Gene, what's going on? LeBron is 7, what's going on? Don't time them out. Don't block them. Don't do nothing. Drop that link, great brother, because we must support each other. We don't support each other, who will? Drop your link. Herbert Johnson, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. The best boxing show. Better yet, the best show, the word period. Chat, a.k.a. family. We got to make some noise about this. The other show's not touching you, Blue. I appreciate you, great brother. I appreciate you. So here's the thing, right? I want to know, Rob Meza, appreciate you, great brother. Since you're saying that, see, and this is another thing, right? People don't even understand. They say this thing, oh, man, this guy don't like. Well, you know my kids are Latino. You know my wife is Latino. Did you know that? Did you know that? Why you at it? Did you know that? Guaranteed you didn't, did you? My aunt, Latina. Did you know that? Huh? Did you know that? La Fool, where you at? Come here. They quick to type. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Jesus Pichardo, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Let's get it, Blue. Let this fools know what's up. For sure. See, it's about this, right? It's about facts over feelings. It's about facts over feelings. Don't have nothing to do with nothing else but facts over feelings. It has nothing else to do and with 9 kids. Hey, Sci-Fi the guy with 9 kids. Right. Von TV, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Plan need to consider the risk he taking fighting Canelo is going to be since it's okay for Canelo camp to. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Caleb Plant ain't gonna hide nothing from here going forward. He gonna be now. It's like I'm telling y'all, it's like a weight was lifted off of Caleb Plant. Yeah, Blue Hawk, I can't help it, man. Sometimes it just itches. That's why I do that. I know, man. It's a bad habit. Where you go, great brother? No comment. They can't. See, because we deal with facts over feelings. The facts is, where was you saying that when it was Jarrell Big Baby Miller? Did you come to his defense? Did you come to Jarrell Big Baby Miller defense? Yes or no? Where was you when it was Jarrell Big Baby Miller? Or did you only choose one side? Yeah, I Smoke Hip Hop. No, you got to drop that link, Ray, brother. They're going to go to subscribe to the channel anyway. Did you just choose one side? See, you saying me. No. I'm dealing with facts over feelings. T-Real 713, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Always facts over feelings. Hashtag smash the like button. Yes, sir. We need to get them likes all the way up. Get the likes all the way up. We should have 1,100 likes. We got almost 1,200 people. We should have that many likes. See, the problem is you just want somebody to represent you, and you'll do so blindly. Y'all ain't hear me. You just want somebody to represent you, and you'll do so blindly just for representation of yourself when you should be representing yourself. Y'all missed it. You missed it. I'll say it again. You're blindly defending because you're looking for somebody to represent you on a higher scale, instead of you representing you on your own higher scale. So you want somebody to be at the highest scale that you can say, see, you see this guy? He represents me. Because essentially, you don't have the wherewithal to get yourself on that level so you can say, look at me up here. You don't need nobody else to represent you. Do it yourself. But everybody gets caught up with, oh, you see? Oh, I'm with Canelo Alvarez. I'm with Oscar Valdez. Represent yourself. Randall, my brother in Super Chat. IV was not allowed night before a fight, and Manny Camp was not notified until weeks later, and why Floyd only used USADA and not VADA. USADA was paid. Okay, goodbye, great brother. Goodbye. Random, goodbye. Thanks for the Super Chat. Goodbye. 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 Thanks for the Super Chat. Appreciate you. But deuces. Right? So, oh, Darius Turner. Just like, that's what Errol Smith said. Where's B-Hop? Where is he right now? See, because he don't have to wait for a camera to be present. He is the camera. Y'all ain't hear me. He is the camera. He don't need a media member to be there for him to say something. He is the camera. He is the camera. So now the brother trying to say, because Floyd Mayweather got a saltwater IV, that's why he beat Manny Pacquiao? Huh? And why he only used your side? Well, why did your side just catch? So now he said, first of all, so now he's trying to say Floyd Mayweather played off Olympic. Y'all ain't hear me. Y'all ain't hear me. So now Floyd Mayweather had been paying. Right. But when he introduced it to Manny Pacquiao, you ain't want Manny Pacquiao to do it. Manny Pacquiao didn't want to do it. Hope now, my brother in the Super Chat. Preach, Blue. What champs I say? Hashtag press one. Press one. Like my brother Champside say. Salute to my brother Champside. Go subscribe to my brother Champside. Press one. So now an IV helped Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao. Right. Pat Cannon, my brother in Super Chat. I like how they disappeared when Blue turned the heat up. Right. Because see, this is what happens. It's a lot of comments in the comment section, right? So they don't think that I'm gonna notice them or highlight them. See, they're on the wrong platform. See, I know everybody who's in here right now. I see everybody that's in the chat. I know everybody that's in the chat, and I'll respond to everybody. And I see mostly everything in the chat. That's where they go wrong. See, you think you can say something, and maybe in somebody else's chat you can say something, and they don't notice, and you get away with it. You see, they used to go in like Showtime's chat, ESPN's chat, you know, when the weigh-ins and it's going fast and they can say what they want, right? And there's no response. But everybody in the chat. Drew Titan LLC, my brother, back in the Super Chat. Floyd made Canelo turn to, yep, facts, LOL. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Salute to my brother Herbert Johnson in Super Chat once again. Floyd was the one to bring the random testing before that. It wasn't even no random before and after. Everybody forget that. No, they ain't forget. They say he did it, right? Because, he got, what he did, he influenced them. Come on, man, cut it out. Eric Black 60, brother in the Super Chat. Much love to you, great brother. I appreciate you 1,000%. That's what happened. Everything Boxing and Sports. My brother Keon in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. He said, Blue, they dealt with Blue, they dealt with the same saying this BS earlier. Oh, for sure. They're going to come. You know why? Right? Because, again, Keon, right? They just happy to say that Canelo Alvarez represents them. April Francis, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? They just happy to say Canelo Alvarez represents them. Oscar Valdez represents. It's not. That's blind love. They don't really love Canelo Alvarez or Oscar Valdez. They can switch that in the drop of a dime. That's what they could do. It's just that they could say they have somebody that I know what you meant, Keon. They could have somebody. You remember I don't read that well, so they could have somebody say, "Hey, TB Rice, what's going on, great brother? Oh, this guy represents me." That's all. That's all. So they're not dealing with facts over feelings. They're dealing with feelings over facts. Period. That's what that is. So are they going to come here and tell the truth? No, absolutely not. Just like Mauricio Sulaiman ain't telling you the truth. KQKC Boxing Network, my brother. Go subscribe to my brother, KQKC Boxing Network. KQKC, drop the link in the chat, great brother. Keon, drop the link to your chat. And my brother, Drew Titan, I ain't see you drop the link yet. Drop your link to your channel, great brother. So that's the thing, right? It's just like Mauricio Sulaiman. He just makes adjustments on the fly with everything. How does that benefit the sport of boxing? This don't happen in no other sport. No other major sport, you could change the rules on the drop of a dime. Julian Lettersman, brother in the super chat, I'm Mexican from Mexico. I do not endorse this decision to let Oscar Valdez fight anyway. I'm disappointed, but rules are rules. Facts. Facts. Salute to my brother, Julian Lettersman. See, that's the thing. We need more Julian, people that just be real. It just is what it is. Von TV, my brother in super chat, why every time one of the fighters get caught with something wrong, they bring up Floyd? For sure. You know why? Because Floyd, he has no blemish on his resume. Nothing. They need anything to put a stain on his resume. There is none. So now getting your IV now is what was the reason for Floyd beating Manny Pacquiao. So why he beat Canelo then? Answer that question. Why he beat Canelo? They just want him to lose. Soldier Boy 911, my brother in the building in the super chat. Salute my good brother Blue and chat family. We can't find Hopkins up here right now. He's nowhere to be found. Hashtag Philly Cat. Facts. Where is B-Hop? Where's B-Hop? Where is he? I am Lori Baby. Peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat. Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Hey, Blue in chat. Canelo whole career is suspect to me, period. The sport of boxing is nothing like it used to be. I like boxing more when Sugar Ray and Muhammad Ali was fighting. Hashtag Philly joint. Facts. But we're going to make that right. I am Lori Baby. We're going to make that right. We're going to make that right. Because, see, this ain't, before this used to be allowed because there was no voices. There was no voices. Now the voices are loud and clear. They're loud and clear. The great King Thomas Nolia, what's going on? They're loud and clear. And they need to make a statement together. They will affect change if they make a statement together. All of them. All of them. They need to make a statement together. All of them. They all need to say, hey, man, I can't represent this sanction body. Y'all ain't doing things right. We can't represent this. You told Deontay Wilder he had to make a public apology for making a statement. But here you have, this could be the case where somebody actually is performing the action. Y'all missed it. Y'all missing it. If you take anything that's on the banned list, you are, according to your side, according to UCOD, according to VADA, and according to everybody else, right? It enhances your performance. So that means that's an action. You wanted Deontay Wilder to make a public apology for a statement. And here, this could be an action, and you overlook the action, but you're going to investigate a statement. How could that be? How could that possibly be? How could that possibly be? I don't care if it was a cup of tea. I don't care if it was like Caleb Player said. I don't care what it was. You know you wasn't supposed to have it. Don't have it. Not just the top athletes, April Francis, every last one of them. Every last one of them need to take a stand and say, listen, we can't do this. We ain't going to do it. And whatever money be the difference that you make, if you got a sanctioned body, well, the promoters and the networks need to find a way to make up the money for the fighters. Period. Period. That's what needs to happen. The difference that you get if you're a champion, you make more money when you're a champion or fighting for a world title. Well, guess what? Your promoter and your network, because now all of these fighters, they know what's the difference. You know the difference when you're a champion and when you're not a champion. You know how much the difference is. So you take that difference to your promoter and your network, and you need to make up that difference. That's the difference. That's the difference. Muharabi Salam, brother in the super chat. Dang, Blue, did you just put an ABB out on B-Hop? I sure did. Where is he? Stephen Kelly said, can't take you serious, Blue, with your hairstyle. Why you worried about my hairstyle, great brother? What you worrying about my hairstyle for? What my hairstyle got to do with it? So we need all of them to step forward and say, listen, and we can't do this. We can't do this. You can't say, let me tell you something. You can't say, hey, man, something is fishy, man, and this don't look right, man, and you know, y'all doing some things down there that ain't right, man, and you know, the sport about so on and so forth. Andre Ward. How can Andre Ward commentate the fight? How Andre Ward gonna commentate the fight after the statements he made? I think that's why he said, yeah, I made the statements. Yes, I said it. Right? I think that's why he said, yeah, I said it. How's he getting the benefit of the doubt? I'm confused. I'm confused how we getting the benefit of the doubt. And I'm just gonna stand behind this brother. This should not even be on the list. Really? It shouldn't be on the list? Really? Crook Gorilla, what's going on? I'm sure Oscar Valdez, because he's a champion in 2 divisions, I'm sure he's making big enough money where he knows what he should and shouldn't be taking. Gayella Laudermill, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Appreciate you. So how could you, if you take something that you know listen, how could you highlight immediately what you know you shouldn't have been taking? If you could say, well, it was the tea, then you know you shouldn't have had the tea before you drank the tea, right? That's on you. That's on you. If you knew you wasn't supposed to have the tea, then why did you drink it? Because you knew you was going to get a pass. Mr. Nice, brother in Super Chat, they had more to say about Wilder wearing headphones than Canelo can't keep getting caught. Yep. Eddie got the plug for them enhancements. Hashtag get them blue. Salute to you, great brother. So my thing is this, right? If you knew the tea was going to have a negative effect on you, then why did you drink it? And that should be the stand. Right? It's just like your child, right? If you tell your child, listen, you're not supposed to have this, this, and this, and they say, well, I had this, and you knew you weren't supposed to have it, well, you have to, for every action, there's a reaction. Right? For every action, there's a reaction. Right? They sure did have a lot to say about Deontay Wilder wearing, he's wearing red and black beats up there, on the stand, and, he has nothing to say. But this is only going to change. See, now, everybody said, man, they can't, it's hard to keep it a hush now, right? How could you immediately make a move on David Benavidez and tell David Benavidez, you got to strip David Benavidez of his belt? Lou Hinton, my brother, a pillar of Blue Blood Sports TV. What's going on, great brother? You could strip David Benavidez because he missed weight during a global pandemic. Y'all ain't hear me. They removed him of his title immediately. And 31 out of 32 board members voted that Canelo should be able to fight for the vacant belt. Immediately, right? Immediately. Against another guy in Anthony Yildirim. Need I say more? And think about this now. Why didn't you give David Benavidez the benefit of the doubt? Drizzy Rizzy, what's going on? Why didn't you give David Benavidez the benefit of the doubt? Why not? Why did you immediately decide that he shouldn't be the champion no more? You make adjustments on the fly all the time. Why not say, well, listen, you know what? This is a hard time for everybody globally. So normally we would strip the champion of the belt if he don't make weight. But we know this, he was one of the first fights back in sports. Kevin Lassine, what's going on, great brother? He was one of the first fights back in sports overall. Why didn't you make an adjustment for that man? Salute to my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building. Right? Why didn't you say, listen, well, you make adjustments on the fly all the time. You told us that you can't win or lose the franchise belt. Then all of a sudden, Teofimo Lopez beats Lomachenko, and all of a sudden, you can win it. You told us it was just an acknowledgement. It wasn't a real belt. Now all of a sudden, it's a real belt. Why? Because he petitioned for it. I'm confused. So all you got to do is ask for it, and they'll change the rules. So why didn't they change the rules? No, I didn't forget Abney Yildirim, L Dub Boxing. Salute to my brother L Dub Boxing. Lawrence Williams in the building. Go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing. I didn't forget Abney Yildirim. That's why I mentioned him. That's why I mentioned him. Abney Yildirim tested positive for a banned substance. And that's who Canelo Alvarez was allowed to fight immediately for David Benavidez's vacant title. Should have did the right thing then and said, we got to make an adjustment. Because it's a tough time for everybody. We're going to give David Benavidez benefit of doubt. We ain't going to strip you of belt. Normal times we would have. Today's time we not. Ben Davis, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. I don't believe that there's a professional athlete in the world who does not know that he or she is. We all know what we put in our bodies, and that's a fact. Facts. Facts. Hey, you know why they put the label on things and they tell you what's in them? You know why? So that way you can't go back and sue them and say you didn't know what was in it. That's why they put the label on it. That's why they put the ingredients and the labels on everything, so you can't do that. Period. That's why. And that's why they tell you side effects. Darius Turner, that's my point. Why are you even taking the test? If you're gonna tell them what they can and can't take, what should be on the list and what shouldn't be on the list, huh? It's a reason that they have it on the list. It's a reason that they have it on the list. Now you know more than them. Salute to my brother Bobo in the super chat. Riddick Bowe's trash can belongs in the Hall of Fame. Ironically, a number of suspects are discussing a notorious duck artist. Facts. So now they could tell you what's on, what should and shouldn't be on the list. Now they the professionals. King Sadiq, salute, great brother. Brown on Boston, what's going on? D Hodges, what's going on? Juan Navarro, what's going on? Ja Ross, what's going on? So now they can tell you what's on the list. Now they can say, hey, this shouldn't be on the list. Huh? To suit. Hey, let me ask you a question. Did the WBC think that this shouldn't be on the list 48 hours ago? Or 2 weeks ago? Because they said this took place August 10th. So they knew this weeks ago. So did they feel like this shouldn't be on the list then? Isaiah Felix, what's going on? Great brother in Super Chat. Blue, salute for continuing to call this BS in Boxing 100. Oh, for sure. I ain't got no choice. That's why I got into this. To call it like I see it. So did 2 weeks ago, before this happened, did they say, well, this shouldn't be on the list? And if fighters know, let me tell y'all something. Blackwater Boxing, my brother in Super Chat. Canelo has complexion protection, Mexican protection, media protection, and groupies protection. Valdez, Canelo protection, all business, all bias. Facts. I agree. Side of the ruler, my brother. Now listen to this. If you a boxer, salute to my brother Renee Box Young in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Renee Box Young. Renee dropped the link, great brother. So now look at this. Look at it from this standpoint. If you a boxer, and you boxers can say, man, imagine if that was me. Y'all ain't hear me. If you a boxer and you can sit back and say, man, imagine if that was me that did that, then it's time for you to make a change. Twin D, what's going on? If you can sit back, multiple boxers, and say, man, imagine if that was me, then you know it's time to make a change, right? The Boxing Session TBS, my brother Kyle in the building. Kyle, go drop the link in the chat, great brother. Go subscribe to my brother, the Boxing Session TBS. Right? Everybody. When that happened with Mike Fox, and Maestro, right? What was that, 3 weeks ago when that happened? And everybody was on the WBA. And what did I tell y'all? What's the first thing I told y'all? It's the first thing I said. What's the first thing I told y'all? I said, listen, how come everybody's on the WBA? Yeah, no doubt. The WBA needs to fix what they got going on. For sure. For sure. No doubt. But what's the first thing I told y'all? But the WBC is causing more confusion than anybody. We talking about how many belts the WBA have. The WBC introduced a belt that's not even necessary, that we never even heard of. At least the WBA got silver, interim, and whatever belts they have. They got belts you never even heard of. They created a belt that has never existed in the sport of boxing ever. Interim, regular, intercontinental, and silver, and all of those belts, that's heard of. That's in all types of sports. They even got that in WWE. They got that in wrestling. But ain't no franchise belt ever been introduced to no sport. Franchise? Just to accommodate one guy. One guy. And now, let me tell y'all something. because I did 2 videos about this. Mauricio Suleiman, he said that this was something, just be patient. We're going to create these belts, franchise belts for every weight class. And he painted this great picture that it's for every weight class and it's going to accommodate all fighters and so on and so forth. That was over a year ago. That was over a year and a half ago. There's only 2 franchise champions in the history of sport of boxing. You told us that you was going to, this WBC franchise belt was going to make a splash in the sport of boxing, and it was going to be throughout divisions, and you could do this, and you could do that, and you can do this, and you can do that, and you painted this great, grand picture for us. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Because you didn't want it to just look like you was accommodating one person. So you told us that it was for everybody. You didn't want it to look like it was just for one person. You wanted it to look like it was for everybody. Forever, like Cardi B said. Right? You wanted to look like it was for everybody. It was going to accommodate everybody, not just one person. So where is it? Where is it? Who's it accommodating? Last time I checked, it still only accommodated one person. 2 now. It allowed Teofimo Lopez to walk around and say he's an undisputed champion. That's what it did. It allowed him to walk around and say, I'm the undisputed champion now. When you know, you're not. That's what it did. It gave him the hey, I'm undisputed. I'm the undisputed champion. Really? You know the business of boxing did that. Jerry Alexander, my brother in the super chat, the franchise belt is like $1 million belt in wrestling. At first, it was transferable, but then all of a sudden it became yeah. At first, it wasn't transferable. Then all of a sudden it became right. Right. He made up his own belt because he couldn't win a belt, and $1 million belt. It wasn't a belt. Then all of a sudden it became it was a trophy. It was just the $1 million man belt. Then all of a sudden it became a real thing. Smash the like button. We should have 1.2K. Get the likes all the way up. And so on, brother in the super chat. Blue look the same upside down coloring and perming that hair, trying to recapture his youth. Hashtag loser than bubble. Okay. Hey, bro, you paid to say that? But I'm the loser? Hey, bro, you took your credit card out. I want y'all to understand. Don't time them out. Don't block them. Don't do anything. This just goes to show you. So what do you do in your personal time that you took out your credit card? You actually went through the steps to donate to the channel. You come here every day to support the channel. I don't know you. You know me. So you come here every day to support the channel and donate to the channel, but I'm the loser. The most precious thing you have is time. And if you're not spending it wisely, then you're losing. Did you know that? I'm confused. So you'll come here every day and pay your $9 to $5, right? To come here and tell me. And you notice how I looked on top of it. So you watching me. So you notice how, oh, man, this guy got a haircut today. And yesterday he had this and this and this. And now I look the same upside down. So you come here every day, and support the channel. to say that. But I'm the loser. Seems like you're the one that has too much time on your hands. I'm working. You come to my place of business and tell me I'm losing. Amazing. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. Gerardo Valencia, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue, did you hear about Canelo? Yeah, it sucks, man. Rest in power to her. Things like this happen even without. We need to get out of the boxing. That's what I'm saying. But see, Gerardo Valencia, right? It'll be the same people that's sending their well wishes to her. These sanction bodies and everything, sending their well wishes to her, and at the same time saying, well, we're going to let a guy that tests positive for a banned substance go ahead and fight because we don't think that that should be on the list. Just let that sink in and smash the like button. We should have 1,000 likes. We should have 1.2 to 1.3 thousand likes. Yeah, Natty Drake, keep coming. I'm not opposed to you. Solana Udine, what's going on? Elaine Kemp, what's going on? Can't make this stuff up. You just can't. Yeah, Quinn Guadri, I don't understand it. Hey, man, you got a haircut today. So that means you watched me yesterday. And the day before. And the day before that. And the day before that. But you tell me I'm losing. Amazing. Can't make it up, man. Can't make this stuff up. Let me see if the historian is coming. Want to bring my brothers on, man. Yeah, so, and another thing is, right, according to reports, you know, Oscar De La Hoya, man. Blessings up to Oscar De La Hoya. You know, it's a tough time for Oscar De La Hoya. You know, it's unfortunate. I know we talk about what he's doing in the sport of boxing. I know some people talk about what he's doing in his personal time and things of that nature. That's not me. I'm not going to do that. You know, I always say, I don't talk about what they do in their personal time and their personal life. And, yeah, they do, you know, some things in the sport of boxing that we don't like. But this is unfortunate. And well wishes to Oscar De La Hoya, man. You know, one channel, they reported that he was going to have to be incubated, and you know, that ain't good. I don't know how true that is, allegedly. You know, but well wishes to him. You know, he can't fight. You know, because obviously, you know, he has an issue going on. So, well wishes to Oscar De La Hoya, man. You know, yeah, he have a C19, so you know, and he not doing good. He said he's fighting. You know, said that he's struggling. You know, he put up a post about 4 or 5 hours ago, and he said that he was struggling. So, you know, well wishes to him. You know, I know people. Not everybody's a fan of how he does things in the sport of boxing, and you know, Oscar De La Hoya, man, that have nothing to do with him as a person and things of that nature. Gael Milk, peace of bless to the queen in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. I'm a family nurse practitioner and I prescribe amphetamine often to my patients for weight loss. It is a CNS stimulant and it's a controlled substance, not in no T, period. Wow. The queen came in here and dropped it on us. She said, I'm a family nurse practitioner, right? She's an MP. And she said, I prescribe amphetamine often to my patients for weight loss. It is a CNS stimulant, and it is a controlled substance, not in no T, period. And she said it ain't in nobody's tea. Period. Uh-oh. Salute to you, DP Rocker. Salute to you and the Queen, man. Blessings to her. There you have it. There you have it. You see what I'm saying? So how can he tell her? So this means, again, let me tell you something, just like the Queen just said, right? For weight loss, right? Remember what I tell y'all. Losing weight in the sport of boxing is also a what? What do I always tell y'all? Losing weight in the sport of boxing is what? It is also a skill, people. It is also a skill. If you are struggling to make, so y'all ain't listening to what I just told y'all. So now listen to this. You strip David Benavidez because he missed weight on the scale, but you won't strip Oscar Valdez for using a substance to help him lose weight to assure that he makes weight on the scale. Shouldn't you be stripping him just off of that alone? Because according to WBC, if you don't make weight, you don't have a belt. Right? So you strip David Benavidez because he missed weight on the scale. So Oscar Valdez was probably not going to make weight, right? He probably wasn't going to make weight. So how could you tell him that this is okay because it's over the counter? Y'all ain't hear me. Nick J, peace and bless, Queen. How you doing today? Y'all ain't hear me. So they both in the same boat, aren't they? They're both in the same boat, aren't they? James Kelly, my brother in Super Chat. Hello, Blue Blood. What is up with Dela Hoya? I just logged in. He has the C19, man. He's in the hospital. He's not doing too well. Right, so they both in the same boat. So you okay with him saying, well, I had to do something to make sure I made weight to keep the belt. And instead of y'all saying, well, that's not right either. Is you couldn't make weight, you can't make weight. Right, Joe Brundis? He said, so why two different outcomes? Exactly. That's my point. Why would it be two different outcomes? The outcome should be the same. The results should be the same. Bro, Unique, what's going on? The results should be the same. Angel Rivera Sr., what's going on? Sure it can in the sport of boxing, it can. Angel Rivera Sr., sure it can in the sport of boxing. Because you can't have it, you can't have it. Billy Joe Saunders just showed us that. Jamal Wright, what's going on? Billy Joe Saunders, he took a substance that was legal in the UK, but since he took it here in the States and it was illegal, he was removed from the fight with Demetrius Andrade. Jesus Valdez Carranza, what's going on, great brother? He said, what's good, Blue? Almost forgot to wipe my feet before I came inside. All good, great brother. Steve Cooley, what's going on? Sure it can, especially in the sport of boxing, because we seem to be able to do anything you want in the sport of boxing. The unction, what's going on? You could do Via Ferreira, what's going on? You could do yeah, Evander Holyfield stepping in for Oscar De La Hoya. They change the rules as you go in the sport of boxing, so sure you can. You could test positive for A and B sample and be okay and be allowed to box. Where that happens at? Where does that happen at? Where does that happen at? How could you do such a thing? Mr. Rabbit, what's going on? Mindbender, what's going on? Let me see if the historian is coming on. Bro, unique, brother in super chat. He said, always the unexpected. Facts. No, it's not unexpected. It's expected in the sport. That's the problem. That's the problem in this sport. It's amazing, man. Let me see if the historian gonna come on. Oh, I think he have I think the historian might have let me text him, man. I think he might have dialysis today. He might have dialysis today. Let me see. So that's my thing, right? That's my thing, right? We have to be all the way even, all the way across the board. Edwin Guzman, what's going on, great brother? Okay, Kurt. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for you to come on before I send everybody, before we get other people to come on. Just text me when you're ready. Easy Lewin, what's going on? Twin D, my brother in the super chat, dropping that halfer. Good on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, hey, Blue, wouldn't it be something if the WBC raised the allowable level of the Valdez was caught with using? Yeah. No, Twin D, you didn't hear. You must not have heard me. Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, the Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher. Act, we got to link up, great brother. We got to link up. Hey, Twin D, you must have missed it. No, they just dismissed it all the way. They didn't change the levels, Twin D. They dismissed it all the way and said it shouldn't be on the list at all whatsoever. You ain't hear me, Twin D. They dismissed it all the way and said it just shouldn't be on the list at all altogether. Twin D. They didn't have to raise the levels because they dismissed it all the way together. You can use it all you want. It shouldn't be on the list at all whatsoever. Luis Angel said it really shouldn't, though. No, it should be. It should be, because losing weight in the sport of boxing is a thing. It's a thing in boxing, losing weight. You have to make weight. That's why David Benavidez doesn't have his belt, because he missed weight. So if you're allowed to use something that helps you lose weight, then you can fight in any old weight class you want. Yeah, Billy Joe Saunders was allowed to do it in the UK, but not here in the States. Billy Joe Saunders was removed from the Demetrius Andrade fight. So why isn't Oscar Valdez removed from the fight? He was stripped of the belt and removed from the fight. Did you remember that, Louis Andrew? And no, it should not be allowed to be used, period. That's it. You should be able to use your natural body. That's it. If you can't make weight, move up. R said losing weight ain't a performance enhancer. Sure it is. If it wasn't a performance enhancer, when you miss weight, you shouldn't get penalized either then. So why do you get penalized if you miss weight? You're not making any sense. Losing weight is a performance enhancer. Yes, of course it is. If I could lose weight without losing energy and keep my same energy and don't have an issue, yeah, I can perform better. But if you weight drain yourself and you get in the ring, you can't perform because you're fighting at a weight you shouldn't be fighting at. You should be moving up. Yeah, no, it's an enhancer. Gerardo Valencia, brother in the super chat. Blue, I'm curious. How does the boxing community wipe their hands or after someone in the ring? You know, what if the other fighter was on pet? This is a fact. Imagine that, Gerardo Valencia. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. James Kelly, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Losing weight is dangerous if it's not done properly. Facts. And here's the thing. Of course I am Jesse Ramirez, and so should you. What are you talking about? Get him out of here. Jesse Ramirez, I don't even want to see you. Goodbye. You said I'm salty. You should be too. Guess what? Patrick Day is somebody I knew for since he was a kid, and he ain't here no more because of the sport of boxing. And you not salty that people can have an unfair advantage in the ring that's already dangerous enough? We just lost another fighter. What are you talking about? Get him out of here. Twin D, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, that's wild. He said, they are out here dismissing things that were in the banned substance list now. The fans should move Valdez and the rest of the Juice crew out of the arena. Facts, I agree. What you mean? Oh man, you salty. Of course you are. You should be too. Somebody's daughter that was 18 years old just transitioned from the sport of boxing, and you probably one of the people out there sending your well wishes. You probably one of the people out there, oh man, my well wishes. Oh man, sorry this happened. Donald now, 6060 OG, Grant, Triple OG in the building. What's going on, Triple OG? Amazing, man. King Caleb, what's going on? Amazing. You can't make this stuff up. Man, you sound salty. What are you talking about? The young lady, 18 years old, in the sport of boxing, on an even playing field, just transition. Imagine what could happen on the uneven playing field. And you talking about, oh man, you sound... Xavier Combs, what's going on? Exactly, Joe Bundred. As a fighter, you have responsibility in sport. Facts. What you mean? How dare you come in and say, man, you sound salty? What? I knew Patrick Day since he was a young kid. When he first started boxing. And he ain't here no more because of the sport of boxing. And everything was on the up and up. Imagine if things, what you gonna tell his family if things wasn't on an even playing field? What would you tell his family if they found out things wasn't on an even playing field? What you gonna tell them? Jesus Valdez Carranza, my brother in the super chat. He said, yo, that should be considered attempted M. That's a fact. That's a fact, Jesus. That's a fact. But people in their feelings instead of dealing with facts over feelings. Because if it was your family member, or if it was you, then you would have a whole different outlook. And wouldn't be talking about none of the things you're talking about. Sean, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue. Do you think a fighter has grounds to sue a sanctioned body if they approve a fighter to fight knowing that they are not, if they know without them knowing? Right? If they know without them knowing. But in this case, if I'm Robson Conceição, I'm not fighting. If he really wanted to make a stand, I'll rate. As soon as the bell rung, I'll do just like what old boy did with F.A. Ajaba. As soon as the bell rang, I'll step right outside the ring, grab the microphone, and make an announcement. Mo Cheeks, my brother, he said phetamine is a prescription that is a central nervous stimulant which suppresses hunger, enhances energy and stamina. This is why it is on the ban list. That's a fact. Facts. Facts. That's what I would do. And you know what makes me laugh? We talking about defending. See, they'll come here and say, "Oh man, Blue, man, you're not you only seeing this with the Latino fighters." Where's Oscar Valdez's opponent from? So I'll wait. His opponent, where's he from? I'll wait. Where's the opponent from? Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Well, would you know? Wouldn't he be a... Where's Brazil? Where's Brazil? If he's Brazilian, that would make him... Uh-oh. Got my brother in the building. Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
I'm chilling, Blue, man. A little tired, man, but nonetheless, I'm here to do the show, talk some boxing. Hey, I think that we slept on that fight. We haven't talked about Lara versus Warrington tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Conor Ben on the undercard. That's going to be a good fight because of the styles. But I'm here. What's up, chat? AKA the family.
And Katie Taylor too, right?
I don't know if she's fighting. She's fighting tomorrow.
I know Ebony Bridges, but is Katie Taylor next week or this week?
I think next week. I'm not sure. I ain't even gonna comment on it. I'm not sure. I'm quite sure. Somebody tell us.
I'm gonna check right now. Yeah, she fight tomorrow, Kurt.
She fight tomorrow? I want to see how she look. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she fight tomorrow too. Yeah, on Conor Ben card. Yeah, with Conor Ben.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, did you hear this, Kurt? Now the Mauricio Suleiman WBC, they're not going to strip him, and not only are they not going to strip him, but they saying now phetamine shouldn't even be on the banned list no more. They removing it all together, Kurt. Now you're not going up the levels or down the levels. It just shouldn't even be there.
I did hear about it. This is what messes up the sport of boxing. They're moving the goalposts for Oscar Valdez. Man, he should be stripped and fined. Stripped. That's number one. Whatever you want to do with him, make him earn his belt back. But they're not going to do it. Matter of fact, they dismissing everything altogether. Absolutely.
Altogether, Kurt. Altogether, Kurt. That's amazing. Salute to Gerardo's Valencia, brother in Super Chat. Kurt, you should have seen Blue's face when you checked in right now. I love you guys.
That's what it is, man.
Yes, sir, man. When I seen you come in, I'm like, man, it just excites me. You know what I mean? Just My brother, man. Brooklyn Kennedy, brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, you spitting facts and truth. You got to chill. Yeah, man. I can only do it one way, man. That's the only way I know how to do it, man. It's amazing to me, man. James Kelly, brother in the super chat, dropping that. Duh! On us in the super chat. He said, James C. Kelly in the house, Blue Blood and Kurt. Be advised, I am in the house. I'm coming home to Patterson, and we are going to visit Blue Blood. Salute to you.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah, Kurt, man. So I just thought, I thought this is non-forgivable. Hey, Mike, send me your link. We're gonna have Mike and Batman on today, Kurt.
Okay, Mike. Who's Mike?
Mike on Sports.
Okay.
Mike, send me your email. Yeah, Kurt. I just think that this is unforgivable. You know what I mean? I just think like you can't. We have this young lady, 18. She was 18. Kurt, 18 years old in the sport of boxing and transition because of boxing. And we in the same week, you're going to tell the world you're sorry for, you sending your well wishes to. In the same token, you're going to approve somebody that failed the A and B sample to fight and then say this shouldn't even be on the list. You see what I'm saying, Kurt?
Yeah.
How does that work, Kurt?
The sport of boxing has no integrity. None whatsoever. None. Do what they want.
Yep. It's amazing. Amazing. Brooklyn Kennedy, brother, back in the super chat. He said they don't like you coming with the real, Blue. Kurt, what's up?
Brooklyn Kennedy, you don't mess with Star no more, man. I still listen every night, man. You missed on that show. What's going on, Brooklyn Kennedy?
Yep. Salute JP, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, remember fan maker to pay billions in settlement of diet injuries Fin. Yep. A few dietitians were people from it. Yeah. It's a fact. What was the name of that? Everybody was getting it. Remember that? Something cut.
I'm trying to remember.
Remember that, Kurt? It was huge, man. Something cut. It was some sort of, it was over the counter, right? Salute to JP dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Something cut. What was the name of it? Oh man, can't remember. Kevon, brother in the super chat. WBC has always been corrupt, going to all the way back to Jose Suleiman when he was taking money from Don King. It's amazing, man. Sport of boxing, bro. James Kelly, brother, back in the super chat. He said, Blue and Kurt, my phone number. Oh, man, take your phone number down. I'm not worrying about who has my number. Call tonight. Hydroxycut. It was Hydroxycut, Kurt.
Oh, yeah. Hydroxycut.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was running rampant at one point in time. Everybody was taking it. Yep. Yeah, Kurt, man. So what do you think about all of this, man? And what can we do to make a change in the sport of boxing? And did you see the comments made by Caleb Plant and Errol Spence and everybody?
Yeah, I've been watching it, man. First of all,
snap!
fight.
Say it again, Kurt, because you fell out for a second.
I did. Oh, okay. People want to boycott the Valdez fight. That's number one. But this is bigger than that. You're talking about a sport, a worldwide sport that has corruption on many levels. Judges, fighters, trainers, sanctioning bodies. You need somebody to look over and police the sport. If you don't police the sport, then you got nothing. It's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. We only have state commissions. That's no good. We need a federal commission. I don't care who takes it over, the government, but you need boxing people to look over and police boxing in general, or it's going to keep happening. I think Blue fell off. There you go.
Yeah, it's amazing, Kurt, man. It's amazing to me, man.
You need policing. This is what happened when you don't have policing. In soccer, they have scandals, but the scandals were seen by the soccer committee. You had NFL. You have committees that oversee their prospective sports. Boxing doesn't have that.
Right. And needs it. It needs it.
Bad.
James Kelly, brother, back in the super chat, dropping a good on us in the super chat. Bring me on so I can drop them some knowledge. I got a full panel already today, great brother. Terrell Grace 04, what's going on? We got a full panel coming on already today. But on Monday, I'll bring you on. For sure. So this is it's just disappointing to me, Kurt. That's what it is, man. It's like, what are we doing here? Now Eddie Reynoso has 3 fighters, Kurt. 3 fighters that has tested positive now. 3.
That's not good at all.
3, Kurt. Brooklyn Kenny, brother in super chat. I know I missed on the show, but I know my worth. I'm thrilled to hear you sounding strong, Kurt. You and Blue are needed and great at giving intellectual views. Salute to you, great brother.
Salute.
Oh, so he's saying you heard what he said, Kurt?
Yeah, I heard what he said. Yep.
Yeah.
I understand everything.
Yeah. So, yep. It's just a change is needed, Kurt. Today I was like, man, a change is needed, man. It's just needed, man. T Skills, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a good on us in the super chat. Only fanboys don't care about this is absolutely sad and disrespectful to all the clean boxers of the sport. Facts. Facts. I agree with you. Salute to T Skills, dropping that half a good on us in the super chat. James Kelly, brother, back in the super chat. He said, I can be transitioned by Monday. Boxing has always had corruption. Unreal. Yeah, man. It's just disappointing to me, Kurt, man. Super disappointing to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what you want to talk about, Kurt. I'm gonna send these links out.
Yes, sir. I think tomorrow's fight is going to be a terrific one, the rematch between Lara and Warrington because of the styles. I really enjoyed the first fight, which Lara knocked out Warrington in a terrific battle back and forth, and Warrington was just too strong for Warrington. So tomorrow in the afternoon, we can enjoy some boxing. And this week the Valdez situation has dominated boxing. Another black eye for the sport. But boxing always bounces back. But we're tired of it. We need boxing people. Just don't take anybody to police the sport. Government officials who never know boxing, never watch boxing. You need people who know boxing to govern the sport. The sport will be 10 times better than what it is today. But we have people. The people I grew up watching, they died off. They got old. You need somebody who's young. You need somebody who knows it. Larry Hazard, people like that, Randy Gordon, they were boxing people. They were boxing people. Randy Gordon was the president of HBO, and they became the president of New York State Boxing Commission in New York. And Larry Hazard was a referee. He became the commissioner of New Jersey boxing. So they know. So that's what we need. Maybe a 4-man panel, a 5-man panel will be good enough. That would be needed in the sport of boxing. Let me go in the chat while we got time before Blue come back. See what the people talking about. One second, people.
Where's Chrissy?
And talking about weight, man, you know, I'm looking at Tommy Hearns move up and down in weight. He never had a problem with weight. Never. Never had a problem with weight. There go Blue.
Never, right, Kurt? And
Never.
it's a skill. Salute to Kevon in the super chat. Kurt at 135, Manny Pacquiao versus Edwin Valero.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao knocks out Edwin Valero.
General Squall's brother in super chat. Salute, Booba in the chat. Good to see your picture, Kurt.
Oh man, good to talk to you guys, man. Good to talk to you.
James Kelly, brother, back in the super chat. He said, if it's dropped 100, will you bring me on tonight? If I drop 100, man, I got a full panel, great brother. It's not about that. It's just got a full panel. Salute to you, James Kelly. Be advised. Great brother, James Kelly, man. We love you, great brother. We love you. Toon said Tank versus Pacquiao 135, Kurt.
Both in their prime, Pacquiao. It's not an easy fight with Pacquiao. Pacquiao was great, man. Great fighter.
That's an interesting fight, right?
It is. Because Tank will be a live underdog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What happened to Oscar De La Hoya? He got C19, man. He's in the hospital, and you know, the different reports, different things. But he put up a post about 4 or 5 hours ago, and he said that, you know, he was just struggling. You know, it's tough, and that you know, he's just fighting. And then there was one of the Spanish networks that my wife and my aunt watches. They said that they was going to intubate him. So I don't know how true that is. How because he just put that up 5 hours ago. So salute to brother James Kelly in the super chat. I am family. Bring me on. Oh, you are family, great brother. But I got a full panel. I got 2 people coming on, brother.
James Kelly, you remember what Mr. Magic used to say? Persistence overcomes resistance.
Facts. It's not that. Jay Lynn, Peace Plus Queen, where you been at all day? Yeah, I got 2 people coming on already, so it's a packed panel already. So yeah, you know what I want to see, Kurt? Katie Taylor Serrano, man. I'm eager to see how she look tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Just because of that.
And I'm not being mean or funny, but I think she's highly overrated, Katie Taylor. She can fight, but not like they say. They say she's number 1 women's boxer in the world. I want to see her in Serrano because Taylor lost against Pursoon in the first fight. Pursoon didn't fight smart in the second fight.
Hey, Mike got his tea, Kurt.
Oh, that's
Kelly.
what's up.
James Kelly, brother in the super chat, he said, "Amen." Yes, sir. Hey, Mike, we just got to keep it clean, man. Cause no swearing, none. Cause YouTube be on my back, bro. They be on my back, but you know. But salute to my brother Mike on sports. Mike, you got the link. Drop the link to your channel in the chat first.
I will do. First, salute to Kurt, man. Glad to see you back, man. Glad you're feeling better. And, man, just prayers and blessings to you, brother. Know what I'm saying? You are missed on this show, big God.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Much respect.
No problem. What's going on, Blue, man? How your night going, brother?
I'm good, great brother, man. This got me, man. It got me tight, man. Because it's just like, in one breath, they're going to say, all blessings and well wishes to this young lady is 18, and in the same breath, and we're gonna turn around and say, yeah, well, you failed the A sample and the B sample, so we, it's all right. This shouldn't be on the list. Now they telling you Saad and Vada and Yukad and everybody else what's on the list and what shouldn't be on the list. Because it's Mexican Independence Day weekend. It's a big weekend for boxing. Right? And they don't want to, and Canelo ain't fighting. They need this fight. So, man, it's just something else. But go ahead, Mike.
I just want everybody to not get upset with the Yaqui tribe, because on reservations, man, if you ever seen like a documentary or anything like that, those are
rough. Your feet be independent.
Those are rough conditions and things like
your
that.
Your legs.
Is that me?
No, I think that's somebody in Kurt.
That's all good. But yeah, so I expected them to say the fight was going to be okay, because I just know their financial hardships. But when it comes to Top Rank and the WBC, you got to hold them accountable because of this. Dylan White had an adverse finding, not no banned substance, just an adverse finding in his sample when he fought Oscar Rivas. The WBC took his interim title and dropped him out of the rankings. Oscar Valdez fell for something that was on a banned list, not an adverse finding, but a banned substance. Not saying it was a PED, but it still was a banned substance. They not only let him keep his title, they're also letting him fight with no consequences. So WBC Top Rank should be ashamed. And Bob Arum, you got to have the same energy. Jarrell Miller popped for steroids. You got him off your platform like that. You told him you ain't fighting over here. You won't be fighting Jerry Forrest. There's somebody you like, somebody you know who's going to have a lot of Michigan fans come to see his fight in Tucson, Arizona, his childhood hometown. You know they're going to come out and support him. So you don't want to lose money either. So to me personally, I hold the WBC and Top Rank in more responsible than I hold the tribe, because I just know about the hardships on a reservation.
That's a fact. And they use 88 Sports Store, brother in Super Chat. Serrano will dog Katie Taylor and stop her. James Kelly, brother in Super Chat. No excuses. What up, Mike? Help bring me on the Hey, James Kelly is persistent, bro.
Like Biggie.
Hey, Kurt, you see him?
Yeah, I mean.
Salute James Kelly, man.
One more thing before you go.
Go ahead.
How you not gonna tell Robson that the man failed? Why does a reporter gotta call them for a comment, and that's how they find out?
And that's how he found out.
That is horrible.
That's ridiculous. Did you know that, Kurt?
Yep. Unbelievable.
That's ridiculous. But we got to keep in mind. Remember that happened with Oscar Rivas as well.
Exactly. Same thing happened. The exact same thing happened. Oscar Rivas now, I think before the fight or something like that. They didn't even ask him, like, do you want to, still fight? They saying, hey man, the fight is still going on.
Right.
They had a private panel, kind of like what Top Rank did, and they discussed it, hashed it out, and they said, hey, it's still good. Only difference is WBC didn't support Dylan White, but they damn sure came out today and supported Oscar Valdez.
Right. Which is amazing. And then, but my thing is, it's to support him. Okay, I'm not with that. But then to tell us, well, this shouldn't even be on the list to begin. What you mean? How you gonna tell us what should? How you gonna tell Yukad, Usad, Vada? How you gonna tell them what should and shouldn't be on the list? But in the same token, like I said, you immediately strip David Benavidez immediately because he missed weight. This is helping him. So he might have missed weight if it wasn't for this. How do we know? And for him to directly point to, oh well, what was it? It was the tea I drank. How you automatically knew? So then why did you drink the tea? If you could point to immediately, this is the reason why, well then Hey, if you have working 9 to 5, right? And they call you in the office and they say, hey man, you know why you here. And then you say, yeah, man, because I've been late excessive time. Well, then you know why you get ready to get terminated. So there's no need for us to have a conversation. I'm late. I can't stop being late. Okay, well then let's cut this short. Let's get right to this paperwork and see you later. We appreciate you. Plain and simple. You know why you here. And so Oscar Valdez, if you could point to and say, well, it was the tea I drank. Well, okay, so then you knew you wasn't supposed to drink the tea. So now you're telling us you drank it knowing that you was going to get away with it. Well, so then what happens to everybody else to say, well, it was just tea. So now everybody can say I could drink tea. Or everybody could go to Mexico and just say, well, I ate the meat there and I ate tacos. Like, what are we talking about? This is professional sports. Professional sports. There should not be James Kelly's back, man. Kurt, he back, Kurt.
Oh my God. Bring me on. Oh, he's funny. James Kelly. James Kelly. James Kelly is something else, man.
James Kelly in the super chat dropping that half a all this in the super chat. He said, bring me on. My whole paycheck is supporting. I got fans, my family. LOL.
Man, you gotta bring James Kelly on.
Yeah,
man. James, you come on, man. James deserves it.
Yeah. All right, James, man. Drop the link, bro.
I want to ask y'all a question. Now, we know Oscar Valdez was a WBO champion from jump, you know what I'm saying, from the smaller weights, right?
Right.
And I know that the WBO don't have the clean boxing program.
Right.
Do you guys find it odd after he wins the WBC title, the first time he does the clean boxing program,
he tests positive?
So that, to me, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, is something, but man, the first time in the program you pop, you know, I'm just saying, bro.
And my thing is, the whole situation is making the sport of boxing look bad. Like you just said, right? So your first time, no other program, no other sanction body or alphabet has this clean program, right? But then the one that has the clean program, they catch you and they don't do nothing about it. So what's the? You might as well not have it. You might as well not even show us. You might as well do the same thing everybody else doing. Don't show us. Don't say nothing. Because now you're making it look worse.
Well, here's the thing. Oscar Valdez, I mean, this is not alleged. He has the performance of a lifetime against a guy they was trying to compare to Roberto Duran, Miguel Berchelt. Miguel Berchelt was, 33-0 with 20 knockouts, something like that. He beat the brakes off Miguel Berchelt.
Mm-hmm.
He beat the brakes off him. Every punch he hit him with, he hurt him. Mm-hmm. Miguel Berchelt looked like, man, he was dancing on Broadway, right?
Sure did.
But you have to ask yourself how long he's been doing it, Oscar Valdez, because I follow Oscar Valdez, and I've never seen a performance like that against Miguel Berchelt. He's a talented fighter, but how long here has he been using? I'm gonna give you a case in point. Antonio Margarito, they was talking about him early in his career, so I took a look at him. He wasn't a big puncher; he was a volume puncher. All of a sudden, he started knocking people out. I remember he fought a guy by the name of Sebastian Lujan, and you can look it up. He knocked his ear off. The Sebastian Lujan ear was hanging off the side of his head. I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
Margarito was going through people then. He went through Kermit Cintron. He was going through everybody. He went through Miguel Cotto, and fortunately, he ran up against Shane, where his brother Nassim Richardson, rest in peace, caught the hand wraps, and Margarito wasn't the same. He got knocked out by Shane Mosley. So you ask you say to yourself, we know they're doing it, how long they've been doing it, who's behind it. And another thing, just like the weight, when your opponent knows that you're on drugs, you should ask them, do you want to go ahead with the fight? If it do, they owe you a big purse kick up.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what Marquez and Mayweather missed weight on purpose so he wouldn't be weight trained, and he gave Marquez extra money. So you ask Robbins and Consejo, do you want to fight Valdez? If so, Valdez has to fork over, let's say 200,000, 300,000, depending what his purse might have been.
Mm-hmm.
And if he says yeah, then you let the fight continue. If he says no, I'm not fighting nobody on pads, then the fight is canceled. You strip Valdez and you give him a big fine. You have to hit these fighters in their pockets, and magically nobody would cheat because now you're messing with their money. Suspension, stripping you of your title, give you a big old fine that you have to pay. If you don't pay, you don't get your boxing license.
And think about this, right? They suspended Canelo for 6 months, right? But then up the levels. Well, we understand. See, they only did that, right? Because everybody was like, man, what? This is this. So their initial reaction was to suspend it, right? But then they pulled back because of the kickback, and they said, well, we're going to up the level. So essentially you told us, well, we understand his pain, right? So in this case, they said, we ain't going to react like that. We're just going to tell you this shouldn't even be on the list at all whatsoever. And we're not going to react to him. And then they tell us that this happened August 10th and 13th. So then they tell us that he took another test on the 30th. But so you're trying to make sure he passed. If the initial reaction was the August 10th and 13th, he should immediately from that point on been suspended until further notification, until further investigation. Not you keep him on, you just keep him, well, we're just going to find out what it is on the 30th. Like Mike said, Dillian White wasn't given that leeway. Billy Joe Saunders wasn't given that leeway. They was chuck the deuces. They had to go immediately.
You know who was given that leeway?
Who's that?
Louis Neary. When he fought old boy over in Japan.
Yeah, but and again,
said they let him fight, did not strip him.
Right. And again, I'm glad you said that. How many people even know about that? They don't even know about. Did you know about that, Kurt?
I know about Louis Neary's getting away with murder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm saying. So there's no reaction. But Deontay Wilder makes a comment. A comment. No action behind it. He makes a comment. And they tell him, we're going to invest. How do you investigate a comment? You can't investigate a comment. I've been your champion for 5 years. What is there to investigate? You investigating my character. That's the only thing you can investigate. You can't investigate a comment. We're going to investigate him and see if he should be removed because he represents us. But this, you don't want to investigate this? You should be going. This is 3 fighters now for Eddie Reynoso. 3. And now we have a fighter, and I hate to do this, but we got him, right? Andy Ruiz is in the best shape of his life right now. This is a dude that's been struggling with weight his entire career. Now he's in the best shape of his life. We don't have a choice, but you can't unsee it. You can't. We see Ryan Garcia from 2018 to 2019 make a physical jump, huge jump. Now, I'm not saying that they already not because we don't know. But there needs to be, sometimes the light bulb needs to go off and the WBC needs to be like, all right, man, we're going to have to come down here. It's going to have to be stringent. Y'all going to have to, everybody here is going to have to be 365, 24/7. And we can't take you, not the slightest, it can't be nothing, not a cup of tea. It can't be steak. It can't be nothing. Plain and simple for everybody here. It just is what it is because you don't play boxing. We just seen this young lady, 18 years old. I mean, that wasn't the biggest punch we seen in boxing. It must have just landed wrong in the wrong spot, and she paid the ultimate price. That wasn't look at Wilder hit Brazil. And he get up and they hug and oh man, thanks, man. We put our differences aside. Like nothing happened.
Man, look how Wilder hit Spuka. Oh my
right. God. And it's like, you see what I'm saying? But yet we get a situation like this, and it's like, man, we don't know. We always say one punch can change everything. Literally in boxing. Literally. She got clipped with just a straight right hand. It was just a straight right hand that she saw coming. What we always say is the punch you don't see coming hurt you the most. She saw a punch, the coming. But we're going to act like this don't exist in the sport of boxing? Come on, like, I just feel like this. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like Caleb Plant just spewed out. Like, he was just holding so much in. It was like he just couldn't hold it no more, and it just all came out. Like, he just was like, if at the end when he said, it don't matter if you don't like it or whatever, how he said it at the end, it was just like he couldn't, enough is enough for him. Like, he's like, man, the people, and when this got my eye, when he said, the people that see it and don't say nothing, we know this is going on, but it's like if you say something, you are the one that's the bad guy. That told me everything I need to know. I mean, we already know it, but that said it all. He said 1,000 things in one comment. He let us know. Everybody knows what's going on, and nobody's saying nothing. Because if you say something, you're going to be frowned upon. And that can't happen. Because now we got to, now is the time to back Caleb Plant and let him know. Because now we already know how the judges work when you're dealing with Canelo. Right? So now we really got to get behind Caleb Plant because I can only imagine. And this is another thing. When fighters say stuff like, imagine if that was me. If you could say that, then you know it's time for change. If you could say, hey, bro, imagine if I said something. That's like the three of us is here on this panel, right? And imagine Mike be like, man, Kurt said this, but imagine if I said it. Well, then, Mike, you know it's time to go. Something ain't right here. You know what I'm saying? And so if you could say that in boxing, and man, imagine if that was me. Or imagine if that, when you can say that, then you know it's time for you to make a change. But what y'all think about that?
Honestly, man, to me, like the WBC is like, are you guys going to make a mockery of the clean boxing program? Because on one hand, you put out stories and reports, oh, the Charlo brothers missed their appointment. They need to check in. Michael Hunter missed his appointment. He need to check in. But when you have somebody who actually fails, not only Oscar Valdez, but Luis Nery, and you let them go ahead and fight anyway and keep their title, you ain't really about a clean boxing program. You're doing it for the PR appeal of it. You don't really care. Because if you did, you will do what is right and same thing you did to Dylan White. Dylan White should not be the only person that I can bring up that the WBC, out of 3 cases, the only one that had his title took, and he was dropped out of the rankings immediately. Not a failed test, a adverse finding. And that could be somebody in the lab mishandling your urine or something like that. So we don't know what happened. But as soon as you cleared them, everything was all good. Oscar Valdez ain't even got to get cleared. Luis Nery, he ain't got to get cleared. They know you got something in your system, and still you can fight. So WBC, is the boxing program for real, or is it just a mockery and we just don't take it serious at all?
And another thing, what you said, right, Mike? Look how long it took for them to get Dillian White's B sample back. We could get Oscar Valdez B sample back in 48 hours. It took them months. Dillian White is like, man, what's going on? When am I going to get the B sample results so I could clear myself? It took them months to the point where we was like, man, they must be hiding something. But we could get he could get But hey, I want y'all to understand this. He didn't get one, he got 3 or 4 different samples back in a matter of 2 weeks. What you think, Kirk? In a matter of 2 weeks. They said from the 10th and the 13th is when this initially came out, and then on the 30th he passed both. So that's 2 weeks.
Because he has a big time promoter behind him. He has the machine behind him, a machine being a big time network promoter, what have you. So they have the power to hide his B samples. And that's what happened with Dela White. We all know he was dirty. But it took him how long? It took him a very long time to get the samples back. I thought it was a joke. Man. Another level of corruption. There's many levels of corruption in boxing. Louis Neary did what he did because he fights in the lower weight divisions. Because let's be honest, we don't pay close attention to the lesser weight divisions. So those guys can get away with a lot. High profile fighters and heavier weight divisions like Dela White and other fighters can get away with it because they have who they have behind them. So they covered the whole thing up with Dela White.
Mm-hmm. James Kelly, brother, back in the super chat. He said, drop the link. No, James Kelly, we need your email, brother. I need your email. James Kelly, brother, back in the super chat. He said, money is the cause. He meant is the cause in politics, period. James Kelly, we need your email, great brother. I can't drop the link without your email. I need your email. Yeah, man. It's amazing, man. It's amazing to me, man. Marky Dan 123. Mosley admitted to taking EPO in a deposition, and he never popped. So we don't know how long these dudes been doping. We can't trust nothing from them. Just a fact. It's amazing, man. Man, these. But everybody was on the WBA a few weeks ago. Everybody's riding the WBA. They got to make changes. Okay, now it's time the WBC got to make some serious overhauls. This don't make no sense. No sense. Hey, y'all take over for a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, one second.
Kurt,
okay, I'll take over.
Okay.
You know what's really scary though, man, about this whole situation? It's like these guys, the WBC, like they really preach this stuff and talk about this stuff, but when it's time to act, they have their hands in their pockets and just sitting on them and not doing anything. And when you let somebody in the ring with something in their system, and God forbid he goes out there next week and just knocks the guy completely out, it's going to be a lot of fans out here who have a lot of questions about how Oscar Valdez is doing these kind of things. And they have every right to question Oscar Valdez, you know what I'm saying, because of the banned substance. And I just don't like the look that it gives boxing. Like Kurt touched on earlier, when every commission can do something different and have their own bylaws and own governing rules and own regulations, then you can never get anything equal in this sport. Billy Joe Saunders fell for a drug test in Massachusetts. They did the right thing and called the fight off. But Arizona, a whole different commission, whole different bylaws, whole different regulations. So they can interpret the rule however they want to. And the thing, the irony about Billy Joe and Oscar Valdez, according to UCAD, what was the stuff that Billy was taking was legal out of competition. Just like according to WADA, what Valdez is taking is legal out of competition, but not in competition. So what's the difference with the ruling? That's my thing. And Billy Joe got stripped. But Kurt, go ahead.
I knew there was high levels of corruption in boxing when my father taught me the sport. And he says, you're not going to like what boxing has to offer, but if you're a true boxing fan, you will understand. I've seen it personally and up close. When I was at a steakhouse, I seen a certain promoter, boxing promoter now. There was a big fight coming up. Gallagher's was a steakhouse where they used to have boxing conferences. I seen Mike in chat. I seen the promoter eating with the judges in the back room with my own two eyes. A week before the fight, they had all three judges. I can't say their name eating with the promoter. Then I started looking into it. These judges was getting perks. Going to fancy steakhouses when there was a fight at Madison Square Garden in New York, fancy hotels, things like that. They get different perks, vacations and all that. This is very true. Just look what happened to Maestro and Fox recently, and with the WBA. So you have steroid use, you have tamper with the glove. See, I don't know if Blue a fan of this. I'm a fan of this because this is how I used to be, Mike. I'm a fan of same day weigh-ins because the fighter can't blow up like Canelo did with Mayweather. He blew up 17 pounds, maybe more than that. I'm a fan of putting the gloves on in the ring, not in the back room where you can do, if you, and a lot of old school trainers have a lot of tricks. You can do anything you want with the glove. You can manipulate the glove. I'm a fan of putting the gloves on in the ring where, it's hard to get away with. And, everybody's watching TV, the arena. So I'm a fan of those two components. I don't know if a boxer's going to go for it, but I am.
Yeah,
You just go ahead, Mike.
I'm definitely a fan of same day weigh-in. I'm with you, man. I think these guys suck down so much and cut so much weight that they're able to like blow back up the following night. If they were fighting closer to their walk around weight or their in shape weight, I would much rarely prefer that. But I do want to say the only thing that I want to add to that is open scoring. Let me see the judge who's giving Canelo the round, and I know he just lost that round. Let me see the judge do it live, the same person who voted Canelo against Floyd Mayweather. Let me see it live so he can get that scrutiny right then and there. No need to wait because the public and with social media now, he gonna feel the heat. The network, the promoter, they pay attention to social media. And I just would add this the open scoring. But everything else I totally agree with.
Oh, Hey, Blue, I was just telling Mike in chat, you said you're not a fan of same day weigh-ins, right?
No,
Give me your reason why.
I just think like when it's same day weigh-ins, I think that it takes a fighter. It takes a lot out of a fighter because we're not gonna get these fighters to not fight at their natural weight. They always gonna try to fight at lower weight classes. So I think that it's gonna take something from the fighters because if you're 154 pounder naturally, you're gonna be trying to fight at 147, or even like Mario Barrios. If we had same day weigh-ins, I don't think Mario Barrios could fight at 140. I think he have to fight a weight class, at least a weight class above. So
Everybody,
I like the rehydration. I like them fighting. I just like that. You know what I mean? They give them a day to recover, relax, and I think it's the stress, the pressure of making weight too, right? Imagine you miss weight that day, the day of the fight, right? And I know this is how it used to be, but I got so accustomed to it being this way now. You got time to make the weight because you miss weight that day. You got to fight that night. Your mind is not on the fight no more. Now your mind is on strictly making this weight, and they already stressed the day before. So imagine the same day. So I just think that I think it would take away from the actual competition in the ring. That's my only reason. It's not big reasons. I just think that we always gonna see guys, trainers, Oh, this dude, how much you weigh? Oh, I can get you to fight at 135 and you're 6 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always going to be, everybody wants an advantage. And so we have same day weigh-ins. It's goods and it's pros and cons, but I just think it'll take away from the actual fight itself. But I miss why y'all say y'all want it to be the same day.
Well, my point, I like same day weigh-ins because it forces the fighter to stay in shape in between fights. Marvin Hagler never had to move up in weight. He stayed at 160 his whole career. He used to come in at 157. 157, and he used to say, I'm getting ready to go to jail, meaning training camp.
Mm-hmm.
So he punished his body and he stayed at that weight. Tommy Hearns fought 5 different fighters at 3 different weights, 160, 168, 170. No, he went from 160 to 175, beat I forgot who he beat. I think it was Dennis Andrews, and then dropped back down to 168 and won that fight. So he had 5 opponents. He fought at 3 different weights. It forces the fighter to stay in shape. The only one of the few fighters who did stay in shape, who got fat in between fights, was Roberto Duran when they had the same day weigh-in. So it really forced them to get down to his to the weight of 147. But other fighters, most fighters, but even Bernard Hopkins, the early Bernard Hopkins always was in shape 160. He never had to move up until later in his career. So to me, it forces the fighter to stay in shape in between fights so he can have a target weight and stick to that weight. There's pros and cons and everything. The con of weighing in before the fight. Remember that fight with Joey Gamache and Arturo Gatti? Arturo Gatti looked like he was 2 division size bigger, and he knocked out Joey Gamache in brutal fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And Joey Gamache sued him and won. And because he rehydrated, who knows how much he weighed. Canelo, like I was telling Mike, Canelo and Mayweather was good enough to overcome that. There's an advantage where when a young fighter can balloon up to 17, 18 pounds more than his opponent and go into the fight with a distinct advantage. Like Mario Barrios and Tank, Barrios looked like he was 165.
Mm-hmm. Marky Dan 123, brother in the super chat. If Valdez harms his opponent, who will be responsible? Him, because he signed a waiver. He agreed to it. He knows and he signed. James Kelly, brother, said, email sent. Where? Where you send it? Where you send it, James Kelly?
He sent it in a super chat too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I believe so. If I ain't tripping. But the reason why I said same day weigh in is because.
Oh, he sure did. Hold on 1 second, Mike.
Wait.
Brother Carolina Ryder in the super chat dropping that hundo on us in the super chat. He says salute. Salute to you, great brother. How you feeling? How you feeling? Okay, James Kelly. Salute, James Kelly. Got it. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of guys cutting weight. I'm not like we all seen guys and women collapse on the scales. I'm not a big fan of that. And we all know that when you lose weight, you're not only losing weight in your body, but you're losing some kind of water stuff that's in between your skull and your brain. And that right there is very dangerous too, you know what I'm saying, if you don't rehydrate fully. So I'm with Kurt, man. Like I think same day weigh-in will force a lot of fighters to move up and fight in their natural or more natural, you know what I'm saying, weight classes. Guys, Robert Easter shouldn't be 5'11", 6 foot and starting at 135. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I know it's Tommy Hearns started at 147 and they're about to like the same height. So to me, that's the lowest he could go is like 147. But Robert Easter at 135, it just didn't seem right.
Mm-hmm. Or what's that kid? The Tower in Inferno.
Fundora?
Fundora,
Yeah.
6'7" at 154.
He's same height as Deontay Wilder.
At 154 though.
Crazy.
He's taller than Joshua.
And we all know he coming back in the ring probably every bit of 180. Probably every bit of 180.
It just don't show on him because of his frame. That's a fact. James Kelly, we sent the link. Carolina, I'm gonna call you after the show. Yeah, I agree with y'all. I just yeah, it does force them to stay in shape because they know you ain't got no room for error.
Yeah,
you ain't got no room for error.
Absolutely. But Kurt and Blue, man, I gotta get on down, man. My girl over here talk about she want to do something. So.
All right, great brother. We appreciate you coming through.
All right, thank you for having me on, man.
Yes, sir.
Kurt, stay healthy, brother. Good seeing you back. And Blue, man, keep on doing your thing, brother.
Yes, sir.
Sure, Mike. Glad to have you on, brother.
Just send me the anytime you want to come on, bro. Just let me know.
Already bet, man.
All right. Put your link in the chat again.
I will. Y'all have a good night, chat, man. Thank y'all.
You too, brother.
Right, great, brother.
Peace out.
Peace. James Kelly, brother, in the super chat, he said, "Did you send the link?" Yeah, I sent it, great brother. I said, Kurt, he persistent. Hey, Kurt, the other day you wasn't here. I don't know if you saw him, but he said, "If y'all don't get me on the channel, I'm gonna start my own channel."
Oh, now I see that. James Kelly.
He said, "I'm gonna be forced to start my own channel. If y'all don't get me on the channel." Hey, Kurt, but I know that Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor fight, man. I want that fight so bad. Hey, let me ask you a question, Kurt. The way Serrano looked in her last fight, man, she put punches together better than Clarissa Shields. Am I wrong or am I right? It's just cleaner, right?
Very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think Clarissa Shields the better fighter, but I just think that when I was watching, I'm like, man, she put combinations together. She's more accurate. She's more accurate. I was impressed, but I'm like, man, she's special, man. She's special, man.
Yep. I want to see Serrano Taylor right now. Make it happen.
Right now. She said that she's trying to wait she's waiting for, she wants to have another fight to start unifying the belts. And I believe that she said that. Tony Forrester, what's going on? Yeah, he said she throws more straight punches. Right. Arturo Trejo, appreciate you. She said that she wants to start to unify the division so that way I believe that so she feel like she could get her worth. Because she said that they started negotiating for Katie Taylor, but they won't send her the money she's looking for. LV Slugger, brother in super chat. Fundora stays in the gym and around his height, his fight weight. He never weighs over 160, even when he's not fighting. He said it himself on the Boxing Voice. Oh, okay. Yeah, they all say that, though, LV Slugger. Yeah, but Kirk, initially when she said that after the fight, she said, "Oh, down the line, I want Katie Taylor, but I want to unify the belts first." Right. And I was like, man, take the fight now. You know what I mean? But then after I started to read and research and call some people, she wants to unify the belts. She wants to become undisputed because she feel like she can't be denied the money she's looking for that fight. Right. So I understand that. Initially, I was like, man, take the fight now. People gonna feel like you avoiding Katie Taylor. But I understand what she's saying. Derek Jimenez, brother in the super chat, dropping that $100 on us in the super chat. He said, "Salute, Blue and Kurt. Why do you think more boxers aren't speaking out against this? They should be upset because the commission and sanction bodies covering up for these cheaters. And I think Serrano will wash Katie Taylor. I think so too. Her accuracy, Derek Jimenez, man, I think I think that's why they avoid that fight. You know, it's no coincidence that it seems like the same thing is going on with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano as it was with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's Eddie Hearn's cash cow as far as the females go, and he knows, you know, what they're up against. But more fighters speaking out, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I mean, but everybody's personality is different. But me, if I was a boxer and this is going on, Kurt, I'm like, listen, you know, I mean, it's no coincidence, Kurt, that we just got an influx of them coming out and saying something about this right now. And they all looking at that camp down there sideways. What you think, Kurt? Why you think they're not saying much? More fighters.
I just, like you said, it's Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn doesn't trust the fight between Serrano and Taylor. Maybe it happened down the road when he had more faith in Katie Taylor so she could be more seasoned. I don't know how old Serrano is. I think 32, if I'm not mistaken. But that fight should be happening now. But like you said, Blue, it has a Joshua Wilder feel to it where you can feel Eddie Hearn is keeping that fight at a standstill. So I agree with you there. And it's a great fight for women's boxing. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because we all seen Katie Taylor lose to Pursoon in the first fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think she's overrated. I think she's not a bad fighter, but she's a flawed fighter, and I think Serrano's going to take advantage of it. Her defense is not what it should be.
Mm-hmm. I agree. She gets hit a lot, Kurt.
A lot.
James Kelly, brother, in the super chat. I did not get the link. You gotta check your email, great brother. I sent it to where you sent it. You said James Kelly Sr. I'm gonna try to send it again. The link is James Kelly Sr., right? Yeah, that's what I sent it to. I'll send it again one more time. Go ahead, Kurt. Let me send him this link again.
Yeah, I just, like I said, the Serrano Taylor fight, I had Pursoon beating Taylor. Taylor won the second fight. Pursoon didn't fight smart enough. She left herself wide open. I took a good look at Katie Taylor and another fighter they hyping up, Michael Collin. You know, they're to me overrated. But you know, speaking to Taylor, Serrano probably wants to unify the titles because maybe then she will get the money she want for the Taylor fight. So that's kind of smart on Serrano's part, unify the title so she can bring more to the table. You know, Eddie Hearn don't want to pay them, you know, what she wants. So maybe next year we can get that fight. Maybe next year, you know, it'll be a fun fight, and I'm quite sure people will watch.
Yeah,
it'll be
did you hear what Eddie Hearn said about that fight?
What did he say?
He said, "Oh, after this fight, Katie Taylor got 2 more fights. Then we could talk about that." Doesn't that sound just like the Joshua situation?
Yeah, they sound just like Anthony Joshua situation.
Yeah, she got 2 more fights, huh? I'm like, what do you mean?
He's keeping her away from Amanda Serrano.
Right.
He's keeping her away from there.
Right. She got 2 more fights. What you mean? 2 more fights. Man, that don't add up.
And I guarantee I guarantee they give Taylor more money than Serrano. Watch.
Oh, for sure.
I guarantee they give him more money.
Because another thing is they saying the fight got to take place in the UK. If the fight got to take place in the UK, well, you know ain't no way it's gonna be 50-50 or they're gonna be the A side, which is unbelievable because she's a 7-division champion.
They're going to try to. They already pushed Taylor past Serrano and Clarissa Shields. By making her out of the top 10 women fighters, they made her the number 1 fighter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The fight going to be in England. They're gonna give her all the advantages. Kayla
Right.
Taylor's good at out hustling you. That's how she won her fights. She gets hit a lot. You know, she gets out punch, outwork. Well, not outwork. She outworks you. So
Mhm.
she wins on volume.
That's exactly what she does. She out hustles you. You know what she is, Kurt? She's Sean Porter.
I knew you was
Hello,
gonna say that.
can you hear me?
There you go, James Kelly. What's going on, great brother?
Hey, how
You
you
got
feel now?
I'm good.
All
I'm
is
good.
good.
We got to keep it clean. No swearing or nothing like that.
Well,
Okay?
you know I don't do that, man.
Yeah. No, I just got to say it. Just
I understand. I don't do that.
Yeah.
What's up, Kurt?
Hey James, what's going on, brother?
All is well. God is good. I
Hmm.
can't complain. Uh, I took the day off. I got a long weekend going on, you know. But the thing is, man, I'm listening to what we talking about, you know. I got a problem. I got a problem. We all knew boxing has been corrupt. Look, I used to hang around the Lou Duba's boxing camp in Totowa. I'm sorry. And I would hear things, but you know, you don't pay attention to none of that stuff. You look into boxing. We go to different restaurants, as you know, Kurt, and just hear people talking. Hear people talking, but you don't pay attention to it. And as a young age, you don't pay attention to that crap. But now that we're talking now, yeah, it was like you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Scenario. Boxing is, oh my gosh, a political money making game. And honestly, when I look at Floyd Mayweather and them type of guys, they keep that weight like we was talking about earlier about the weight keeping. Floyd Mayweather stayed in shape. Period. He stayed in shape. He stayed in shape. Therefore, he didn't have to worry about blowing up. None of that crap. That, you know, when we go to work, we take our job seriously, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Floyd Mayweather took his job seriously. You understand me? He go to a club, didn't drink, didn't do none of that. Get his boys out on the daggone street. Yo, we going running. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. That's your job. You could die in the ring. You feel me? You could die in the ring. Keep your body. Look, I was in the Marine Corps. And be advised, part of my life, all of my life in the Corps, 4 years, keep that body in shape. It made a big difference. For real. And just like we talking about boxing. Look, people, we both know the body ain't meant to be punched on and beat on and all that crap. But if you keep yourself in shape, watch your diet, and maintain that. If you're gonna be in a career like that, I don't give a darn what nobody say about Floyd Mayweather. None of them guys come. I'm gonna tell you. And Marvin Hagler, same way. Marvin Hagler said, "Man, when you come and fight me, it's like you taking food from my kid's mouth."
Mm-hmm.
Word is bond. That's how he acted. That's why he was doing shit. That's why it shocked me that he died. I ain't lying, man. So when we look at this stuff, weight and all this crap, no, people, no. Keep yourself in shape. You not in a game, you in a daggone sport, but this is a daggone life-threatening sport. You know? And I would hate to hear about we already know people die in the ring all the time, right? But man, I know the ones that keep in shape, you can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it. Look, hey, Blue, you play football, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
played hard, didn't
Mm-hmm.
you? You ran wind sprints, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I was a wide receiver. Hey, hey,
You know what
Kurt.
I used to do?
Hey, Kurt.
You know how we used to work out
What's
every
up?
day? We used to do 2100s.
Oh, I can relate.
Yep.
Hey, Kurt. Hey, Kurt. You
Hmm.
you remember the Junior State Colts?
Oh yeah, I played for them.
I played for them.
Mm-hmm.
I played for him. And I also played for Wayne Tech my freshman year. You
Okay.
know? And the only
Passaic
reason
County Tech, yeah.
yes, sir. And the only reason I quit, not because I wanted to, but I wanted to make some money and everything. I was going to Wayne Tech trade school, you know, and then my last year I said, Mom, I want to go east side. I just want to go back home, you know, because I was going in the Marine Corps. When I went in the Marine Corps, good gracious, man. That was part of my life. You had to stay in shape. You had to stay in shape. And I would come home to visit, right? To Patterson. Y'all may think I'm crazy, but I'm going to be honest with you. I dare a knucklehead to run up on me. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. Boxing is the same way. You keep yourself in shape, do what you're supposed to do. It becomes a mindset. Because if you know you're in shape and doing well, you're going to bring it. Now, look at Charlo. What, fought to a draw? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why?
Mindset
Mindset, and the dude he fought was in shape.
was in shape.
You doggone right, man.
But he had both. He had the mindset because he had the will to win. He
Yes.
was not going to be denied. And
He wasn't going to deny. And right. And look, I'm not taking away nothing from the Charlo brothers. I believe they keep in shape. But let me tell you something, man. I love them both, but they ain't gonna stay. They ain't gonna stay around too long. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, because that dude that went and fought Charlo to a draw, what? He wasn't playing.
Mm-hmm. Hold on one second. Miss Put Together, Peace of Butter Queen. How you doing today? Maurice Bridges, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a hundo on this in the super chat. He said, "What up, Blue? What up, Kurt? I'm glad you're doing better, Kurt. Sorry I'm tuning in late. Just woke up from a nap. Was tired from work. Salute to you, great brother.
Salute to you, bro.
We appreciate you."
Yeah, I salute to you too, man. Cause I'll be on the scene before you know it.
Hey, Kurt, trying to make it.
I had to do it, man. I had to do it. You know, you
Yes,
gonna be saying
sir.
hello. I had to do it, man. Network,
Hey,
baby.
hey, Fred. I gotta get off in like 15 minutes, so let me know when you ready, because the wife I gotta get off. I gotta do some stuff with the wife, so let me know. But go ahead, JK.
I'm good, man. I just had to bring that out. You know, boxing is not no joke, and people need to understand that crap. If your body not in shape to do what you do, man, one punch can kill you. One punch can kill you. And then look, now check out. We was talking about the draining weight and all that crap. No, keep yourself in shape. Eat what you're supposed to eat. All through the time if your whole career, it becomes a lifestyle. You understand? That's why I respect Floyd Mayweather, and Marvin Hagler. Look, Marvin Hagler, like I said earlier, yo, you fight me, you taking food out of my kid's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And if your mindset is like that, Floyd Mayweather, his whole mindset was like he went through some things in his life growing up and everything. And I'll never forget, not seeing Richard said something. God rest his soul. He said, Floyd know nothing about no daggone street fight. His brothers was running the show. Ain't nobody mess with him. He was trying to convince Shane Mosley that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, he right.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd had to grow up quick, and he knew what he had to do. That young man had his mind straight and exact what he had to do. He kept his body in shape. He went to the clubs with his fellas, but he ain't drink nothing. He ain't smoke nothing. And said, look, we going for a 10-mile run. Man, I got to respect that, because we used to go 10-mile runs in the Marine Corps, baby. Oh, what's he doing laughing? Yo,
What's he
yo,
doing laughing?
yo.
He said, "What's he doing laughing?"
What's he doing laughing? And look, and I like it. I like his channel. I like his channel. I like your
Yeah.
channel, young man. Hey, what's
That's
up?
my brother Fred, man. Barbershop
I like
Conversations,
hey
man.
barbershop. I love your channel. You gotta
My
understand
brother
me,
right
man.
there.
I come
What
on
up?
your listen to me now. I come on your channel. No. My man is on point. He's serious. He's serious. I love what you bring. Are you stuck, man?
No,
No.
JK.
Look. I love your channel, bro. Road is Bond. I love your channel. Matter of fact, can I ask you something? Was I on your channel when you had David Haney father? Did you ever have David Haney
Tuesday or
father?
Wednesday this week?
No, in the
Yeah,
past.
Tuesday or Wednesday of this week.
No, you had him on your
Yes, I had him
channel
on.
multiple times. And I got on. I talked
Yes.
to David Haney. I talked to David Haney, David Haney's father, man, and it was real. It was real. Thank you, sir, for that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I was just beaming in. I was just beaming in to save the crew. You know what I mean? Blue Blood and Kurt was like,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
this is Uncle Kelly. They come to Thanksgiving with the same stories every year. You know what I mean? I had to come save y'all, man.
Come on, man. Come on,
I
man.
had to go.
Hey, go get that. Go get that. Hey, Fred, man, we ain't have you on the Queen on, man, after the movie drop, bro.
Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it. The film is doing extraordinary. Film. Hey, I thank you for allowing me to plug it, man. Hey, make sure you guys go get Nine Wives. It's officially an award-winning film. We're in the finalists at the Peachtree, which is which if we win that, we get to go in the Oscar pool. So that'll be pretty dope. It's just an extraordinary film, man. Click the link in any one of my movies or Instagram, Silent Heroes. Click the link. I appreciate you, Blue. But yeah, man, I want to talk about what y'all been talking about. Blue's going in. Blue's going in.
So you got some movies out?
Yeah, Nine Wives.
I did not know that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's excellent. Excellent. Go support it, James.
Yes, I will.
Yeah,
I will.
If somebody got the Fred, you got the link for it? Somebody could drop it in the chat.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know you were doing all that.
Yeah, somebody put the link. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, but well, I know because you don't listen to people. You talk all day.
You know what, man? I don't. Now, how the way you gonna say I talk all day? You don't. When the last time you heard from me? He's stuck.
Yeah, he freezing up.
I feel like me, Kurt, and Blue feel like we spent all 4 years with you in the military.
Oh my gosh, man! Come on, bro. Man. Come on, man. Give me a break. Come on. You don't hear me? Look, they'll tell you they haven't heard from me in a while.
Yeah, where you been at, JK?
Man, look, working, about to retire in 7 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And going to school for my PhD. You know, so my daughter, she graduated college 7 months ago. She's doing her thing. Yeah, and my son, he's at Fairfield State University. So I'm blessed, man. You know, I can't complain. I can't complain.
That's dope.
I thank God for that, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
And that's God.
Fred, what you was gonna say?
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you get to become a professor so you can talk some more. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's a great job for you.
Hey, look, and you know what,
great
man?
job for you, no doubt about it.
Hey, check it out. I appreciate that because my mother always told me, "You talk too much, boy. You talk too much." My mother said, "Boy, you talk too much." and I said, you know, as I got older, I said, "Well, Lord, if the voice is a gift you've given me, let me speak some positivity to the youth, to the people in the world." And that's real. That's word is bond, bro.
I'm no best.
But during this time, I got to read.
Yeah, mamas know best for sure. Mamas know best.
But I got to read before I even do speak, man, because I got to go at the end of this month to my residency, bro. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And guess what? I'm gonna bring you, Kurt, and BB on the scene.
That's what's up.
And I'm not joking. Hey, you did not know me and Kurt from the same hometown, baby.
Congratulations on your journey.
I tell you what, all jokes aside, it's a nervous feeling, man, because I never thought I'd be doing this. I never thought I'd be attending for my PhD. Born and raised in Patterson, New Jersey, baby, and no shame in it. Went through the Marine Corps, the whole shebang.
Well, go ahead, Fred. What you was gonna say now?
Fred, he cut off.
You know what God gonna teach? Do you want to heaven or not? Do you want to go to heaven or not? We don't. Do you want in?
Hey, look.
Do you want in or not? I'm tired. We got people behind you, man. We got people behind you trying to get in front of the gate. Do you want in?
I am going to heaven, baby. I'm going to heaven, and you can't even stop that. You can't even stop that. How you gonna stop that? How you gonna stop that?
Oh, man.
I'm James E.K., Patterson, New Jersey, baby. Living in North Carolina, but
OG, man.
Hey, it's all real, man. I love all of y'all, man. It's all good, man. It's good to, talk some positive stuff. And even though it's about boxing, it don't matter. But it's about life also,
Boxing reflects life.
It does, man. And that's for real. I remember I got slapped by my mother.
How you gonna start off that guy? How you gonna start with sentence saying I remember I got slapped?
I got slapped by my mother. Because my mother didn't like Muhammad Ali, right? And Muhammad Ali was fighting Jimmy Young. Jimmy Young was patching Muhammad up. And my mama was cheering for Jimmy Young. I said, Mama, shut up. Look, look, man. She shut me up real quick. I'm laying on the daggone floor and had to climb back up to the chair. I said, all right, yeah, you know. But Jimmy Young beat Ali that night. And Young got robbed. Oh yeah, I go back. Trust me.
You told your mom to.
I told her to shut up, and I was like, I couldn't believe I said that, and I knew her right cross was coming quick. Yeah, she slapped the heck out of me, bro, and that's real. And you already and look, she could have did more than that.
OG, let Fred say what he wanted to say, because I got to get out of here.
And what did you have for lunch? What did you have for lunch in 6th grade, October 13th, 1964? What did you have for lunch?
Who you talking to, me? I wasn't even born. I wasn't even born in 64. Now you come up 2 years, 1966. 1966. Now where were you at?
Man. Oh man.
Where were you at, my man?
It was a joke. Anyway.
No, we all good, man. You know I'm talking crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm playing it right. I know you get my humor. But yeah, this Mauricio Sulman, Blue Blood. I was very much enjoying you. I was running around the city, and I've been listening to you the past hour. And it's important that we encourage everybody to use their platform and hold the fighters accountable, because either they're going to be slaves or they're going to be heroes. You know, now ain't the time to be like, oh, well, I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to do this. I thought Caleb Plant did good, but he's still accepting a check. You get what I'm saying? He's still fighting for the WBC belt. He ain't saying, I'm not fighting for the WBC belt. You get what I'm saying? So we got to hold these fighters accountable. You know what I mean? Because I'm encouraging everybody. This is Frederick Hawthorne speaking. I encourage everybody not to buy anything in boxing. If you have a favorite fighter, buy their hoodie, buy their t-shirt. Because if you buy them, the fighter only gets 0.001% of that. It goes to the cable company, and it goes to Bob Arum and Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, the networks. Say keep your money until we get what we want. We either gotta buy boxing or it has to be bloodshed, and no one wants to die over boxing. So what we got to do is do our best to control it economically. And I'm encouraging I know we love boxing, even the free fights. Stream them. It's important. Yeah. Stream them so the ratings drop. And I think if we build this momentum and I'm gonna use my platform. We use our platforms, then it will encourage everybody, because it sounds crazy right now. What is Fred talking about? Well, how are we gonna get what we want? We try negotiating with them, so we built our own platforms. That didn't work. So now we got to say, you know what? If you don't give us what we want, we're not gonna give you what you want.
I agree.
All they want is our money.
That's right.
And
they get
fighters to the managers, to the promoters, to the networks. Don't give them money. I'm telling you, do not your money. You want to support Deontay Wilder? Go buy 2 hoodies. You want to support Errol Spence? Go buy 2 shirts. I'm telling you. Because at the end of the day, if we allow them to pimp us after all this, Michael Fox got robbed right before our eyes. Michael Fox got robbed right before our eyes. And what the WBC and Bob Arum did yesterday is just disgusting, man. And I think now is the time to strike while the iron is hot. Same thing with George Floyd. We should have burnt this country down, but we didn't do it. We said protest peacefully, and we got murals. We got murals and statues. So that's what I believe.
I agree with you. And you know what, man? Do you see how much we're paying for the pay-per-view? Do you see how much we're paying for the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
I mean, this is money that we go to work for.
Yeah.
And look, all jokes aside, I love my wife. But she's like, why are you spending all that money for that? I said, baby, she know I love sports. But daggone it, she got a point. We spend a lot of money for this, man, and them bad boys robbing us.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
You're right. But I gotta get out. My wife is looking at me sideways.
Yep, I'm not.
Okay. Tell your wife, hey, where your wife at?
Well, thanks for having me on, Blue.
Hold up, Fred. Hold up.
No doubt.
Where your wife at? I want to see her. You said you're looking at me sideways.
She ain't coming on this camera.
Oh, jokes aside, yo, I love you. I love all 3 of you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Yeah, I talk a lot. I'm gonna keep on talking. But you take this to the BANK. I might be the one getting killed, shot, blown up, because I am going to say what I feel. Because I'm serious. I'm not joking.
Well, we appreciate it.
Let me say something to Fred real quick. I watched the Star Report, man. Your movie made it on.
Yes.
To his broadcaster, he advertised your movie, man, and that's a great thing. Star is a big platform. Troy Terrain, man, and kudos to Fred, man, and thanks for being on. Thanks, James Kelly, for being on. My energy level is not high, but I'm still here, so we get ready to get off. Go ahead, Blue.
Before you go, Blue, hold up, Blue. Fred, my son is studying psychology and theater.
Damn!
Shut up! Shut up! Let's listen to me, man.
JK, I gotta go. We gotta say that for.
Hold on, just give me 2 seconds.
You gotta go. I'm going. Dubai, wise. Click the link. I love you, Blue. I love you, Kurt. James, get a muzzle. I'm gone.
JK, Monday, man. We'll do it on Monday.
I love all y'all. Good.
Appreciate you, great brother.
God bless you now.
God bless you.
All right now.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Kurt. Any last words?
Oh, man, I'm exhausted, man. Man, I was getting ready to pull the headphones off and lay down.
Oh, you're right,
man. No, I'm just joking because, man, goodness, man. Well, anyway, very interesting show tonight we had. Very interesting. We got some boxing and we had some guests on. You know, we have Fred on, we got James Kelly on, you know, Mike on Sport. Thank you for showing up. You know, very draining show, a very interesting show tonight. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you everybody for tuning in. My name is Curtis Anderson, and we will see you next week.
Yes, sir. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.